Hello, and welcome to the Season 3 ELTP Playoff Final. TagPro Rangers versus Rekt Jukenited. Joined by The Evil One. Hello, The Evil.
Hello, Hawka.
So, it's going to be a good game, of course. As you can see, the predicted lineups on the screen. Deadnan, Wattball, Fat, and Sheratinho for TagPro Rangers. How do you think they will perform?
Well, I think we're going to see Deadnan and Wattball be a very lethal attack, as they've been pretty much throughout all season long. And, you know, Fat has, been a staple on defense for TagPro Rangers. I think they'll slightly miss CRSD on defense, but from what I've seen from Sheratinho, he's been able to fill that gap pretty well. So he might surprise us and really pull off a really good performance this game, and maybe even help TagPro Rangers win the game.
Yeah, he's definitely been doing well in the earlier rounds, partly because their attack has been so good that it's too risky to grab if TagPro Rangers have got the flag out of base, and then leaving only one of the attackers to play offensive D. So that has certainly helped out Scherer to step up to majors, and he's definitely done a good job.
But I think that when they're up against the challenge of Nub and Putty, who has been about almost as good, if not as good as Deadman and Wattball, that's going to be put to the test.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about Rekt and Jukenited then now. Nubbin and Putty is definitely a very strong attack. I think it might just be as strong as Deadman and Wattball, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people were uncertain about Putty before this season, but he's really stepped it up. And I no offense to Nub because he's a great player, but I think Putty has been the star player for Rekt, and he's really shown his abilities this season.
Yeah, especially because everyone already knew how good Nub was, but Putty just kind of, it made it even better when he did step up so much and played just as good as Nub, maybe even a bit better than Nub.
Yeah.
As for Test and Hypernome on defense, both of these defenses like pairings are relatively like new. Hypernome was picked up as a free agent, and Sheratinho hasn't exactly played with Fat in majors for most of the season. So do you think that will affect their chemistry at all?
I think that both Test and Fat, they're pretty much professionals at this point, and they just they'll adjust to their partner really well. And Hypernome, you don't even need to read up his mirrors because he's been there since the beginning, and he won the lead for a season with Rolling BC, playing amazing defense in the first season, and he kept it up in the second season. And there's been some controversies in this third season, but his level of play has not faltered, and I think we're going to be seeing a really solid defense from Rekt with Tess and Hypernome. They both know how to play, and I think they've been on the team for at least 3 or 4 weeks together, and I think that's enough time for them to get accustomed to each other.
Yeah, definitely, and as well, it's not like it's a specific map where you need to learn a certain defensive strategy on Boombox. You can just play no grab or play whatever you want. The only way you can really get out of base, there's only 2 ways, either through the button or through that middle area. And most of the time people just play no grab, so it's pretty simple.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see we're gonna see both teams try to play no grab, but Boombox as a map in competitive TagPro, I feel, has opened up a lot more in the last few months, and I think the real important things we're going to be seeing here is the ability to chase and reset. And I think that's going to be the key to winning this game.
Yeah, certainly when we've been scrimming, the regrab train is like the main part, because if that regrab train starts going from the start of the game, it's really hard to come back from it without like conceding a cap, or like having to play fullback and just letting a cap go to try and get control again of the game. And when you have the flag when you have their flag out of base, you can just go for power ups. You can have free reign sort of, because the other team is so worried of conceding those caps.
Yeah, but I think what we'll also be seeing is a lot of the times when somebody's coming into base about to cap, we're going to see a lot of panic grabs, and I think we're going to see some amazing plays pan out with some player panic grabbing and managing to get out of base full of 3 or 4 defenders.
Yeah, definitely. I think we should be ready to start the awards now. The first half of the awards. If Mike and Sana are here.
Mike, Sana.
Mike, Sana.
Hey.
Mike,
Mike, is your mic working?
Looks like Mike's having connection problems. Hello, Mike. You back? I need to hear that voice, Mike. That sexy,
Mike,
sexy voice.
There?
My push talk key stopped working there. Sorry about that.
Well, you're here now.
Sorry about that, and welcome to the Season 3 ELTP Awards. It's been a great season of ELTP, so we're going to jump straight into awards. And the first award of the night is the Cool as a Cucumber award. So this is for the person on Mumble who is always calm and collected. Nominations are Pescus, Flickioli, Orb, Mike C, Grapefruit, and Defender. And there could only be really one winner in this. It's Orb. The Ronan BC captain, always calm, always collected, always quiet. I don't think I've ever heard him raise his voice. Sana, over to you.
Oh yeah. The second award of the night is Riskiest Strats. The nominees were Wilson, Newcompt, Defender, Pascus, Collapse, and Kyrie Irving. It was a very close voting. It went to only one vote, with the winner, Wilson. Mike, do you want to do the next one?
God of Wilson's Risky Strats. Next up we have the BFF award. Best Friends Forever in TagPro. There's some really cute couples in here. We've got Friday and Test, Ron and Jade, Baz and Mike C, Chris and Deadnan, Wiki and Wobblet, and Sam and Sheldon. Some of the cutest couples in TagPro, I'm sure you'll agree. And the winner of this one is Ron and Jade. The two Blockburn players there winning the BFF award. Well done, guys.
Next up is the Fuck You and Your Gasp for Majors. The nominations: Friday, Pascus, Test, Grapefruit, Micro, and the Evil One. Again, this was very close. 4 of the nominees had over 10 votes of total 60 votes. And the winner was Grapefruit.
Well done, Grapefruit. Looking at Grapefruit's stats there, he had 5.40 defensive gasp, 1.67 offense for a 6.1 total. And I think that shows he was so vital to a high Duke season that his gasp just didn't reflect that. So well done, Grapefruit. Moving on to the Best Latecomer award. This is someone who joined late through the season, through free agency. And nominations are Nevermind, The Evil One, Wow Such Balls, Newcompt, Mutiny, and Imperious. I think the voting for this one's quite close as well. There's some really strong latecomers here. But the winner of this one is Wow Such Balls. Wow Such Balls joined in week 3 for Mines by the looks of it, and week 8 for Majors. He had some really impressive gasp stats. So well done, Wow Such Balls, winning the Best Latecomer award. Son up.
Oh yeah. Next award, Funniest Mumble Moment. The nominations, Nub with Scrim matchmaking, when he tried to get Blackburn to scrim so that he could scrim another team. Mike C and Chaos on commentary, as you all probably saw in the semi-final of ELTP. Coltrane getting pranked by Athletic Cup over Mike C's 11-10 cap loss in the last second. CRSD's phone call with his phone provider. Collabs being tricked into thinking the draft order had been changed. And when Panda quit and made his own Mumble server. Mike, do you want to comment anything about the nominations?
I think me and Chaos should win, clearly.
Of course you do. The winner of the award was Coltrane getting pranked by Athletic Cup by over 50% of the votes. Mike?
A link will be posted that in the YouTube chat in a second, just for those who don't know what that is. But moving swiftly onto the unsung hero of ELTP. And this is for the person of ELTP who puts in the most time and effort, and perhaps doesn't get the recognition they deserve. So I've got Carbon, who is doing the stream tonight. Thank you, Carbon. The Only Ball, Rems, Heisenberg, Nightfig, and Pescus. And the winner is the man behind each week's review, The Only Ball. I know The Only Ball puts in so much time and effort into those reviews, and it's really helped the league this season. So well done, The Only Ball.
Oh yeah, he totally deserves that award. The next award is Most Valuable Ball in minors. No, Most Valued Player, sorry. Best Valued Player. The nominations were Gifta, Wisebroad, Wiggy, Brickster, Ginseng, and Coltrane. And all of these nominees were very good despite their low draft and proved themselves very useful to their team this season. But the winner of this award was Coltrane. Mike, do you want to say anything about him?
Yeah, Coltrane had an amazing season on the ELTP minor. Got an 8.2 total gasp. He played defense and offense throughout the season. I think Coltrane, can't remember what round he was drafted in, but Coltrane had an amazing season in the minors and well-deserved MVP award.
Yeah. What stands out to me is that he could play offense and defense like equally well. He was great at both of them.
Yeah, I mean, Coltrane was drafted as a defensive player, but he happily jumps on offense when needed and really impressed there. Okay, next up we have the Funniest Drunk Award. Unfortunately, the voting closed this a couple of days ago, otherwise Sam would take this category in a landslide. But the contenders are Nub, Loj, Peskis, Dr. McDonald's, Sunna, and Panda. And the winner of the Funniest Drunk is Sunna. Sunna, do you want to say a few words? Or have a drink?
No, thank you, please.
For those who don't know, Sunna is quite an entertaining drunk, you know, just very joyful, very enthusiastic. It's worth checking out. Next award, Sunna?
Yeah. Next up is Best Individual Performance for Majors. The nominations were M. Puri from week 3, Friday from week 6, Wisebroad week 9, Deadnan from week 4, Fat from week 8, and again Deadnan from week 1. Do you have any stats on that, Mike, before we announce the winner?
I've got stats on the winner, but none of the others, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, then I'll announce the winner and you can tell us about him. It's Fat from week 8.
Yep, Fat on week 8, that was Smirk, and that was Fat's amazing week. We had 70 kills and just 1 death. And his death was only because he lagged into a spike. I mean, his 70 kill death ratio is just insane, but on top of that, he actually got a cap as well. So 65 returns, 1 cap, 70 kills and 1 death. Just an amazing week on Smirk. And well deserved for the best individual performance. Well done, Fat. I think next up we've got the sexiest voice, Sunna.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to do it?
No, feel free.
Okay, the sexiest voice award. The nominations were The Only Ball, Sam, Shark, Nub, Wobble, and Deadnan. And it's probably no surprise to you all that Wobble won I think the 3rd season in a row. But the voting was actually much closer this season, with Nub being in 2nd place.
Well done to Nub on catching up with Wobble there, but there's really only one winner of the sexiest voice in the LTP.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have the Miners Offensive Player of the Season. There's some great attacking names in here, and links to the list we've got Sheldon, Foxy, Nip, Doodle, Melon, and Powerball. I think the vote for this one was quite close, but the winner of this one, the Offensive Player of the Season for Miners, was Sheldon. Well done to Sheldon, just looking at a few of his stats. He had 0.17 caps per minute, which is definitely impressive. That might be caps per grab actually. 16.3 seconds of hold per minute. He only played 200 minutes, but he still got 34 caps. It's an amazing effort from Sheldon there in the minor league. I think all of the players on that list are worthy of playing majors next season.
Okay, on to Defensive Player of the Season for minors. We have 6 nominations again. Heisenberg, Bossage Balls, Cookie Monster, Haka, IROP, and Pandana. And the voting was very close on this, with Heisenberg taking the lead as the winner. Well done, Heisenberg. Do you have any stats on him?
Yep, Heisenberg had an amazing season on defense. He got a 7.06 defensive guard score in the minors. He was 5th in prevent time and the 1st in overall returns for minors. So well done, Heisenberg. Great job on defense.
You know,
And again, all these players worthy to play majors.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think that Hawker guy actually had a really, really good season, you know? It was his first season of minors, the first season of competitive TagPro. Okay, I'm going to stop this now. Continue.
Well done, Hawker. And our final award before we hand back to Hawker and Evil for the main match. The most valued player in minors. These are some of the best minors players, easily worthy to play majors. And the list is Sheldon, Foxy, Coltrane, Heisenberg, Sheratinho, and Well Such Balls. Really close again, but the most valued player for minors is Sheldon. Well done to Sheldon, the athletic cap attacker. He also had a great season, as I just mentioned, for Offensive Player of the Season. And he got enough votes to grab the MVP, so well done, Sheldon.
Mike, are you sure you haven't rigged this to be your own draft choices, to make yourself look like a good captain?
Well, you know, no comment.
No comment?
Pretty sure I would have won an award or two in that case.
Okay, that's the first half of the awards done. We'll be back for the halftime show. I can hand you back to the Evil and Hawker.
Thanks, Mike, except for not giving me an award. Looks like we're going to go through the predictions. Actually, we can all jump in on this. We can all jump in on the predictions for the final. Let's start with the Evil. We'll go in alphabetical order, I think. The Evil, what's your prediction? Who do you think will win?
Well, I have to say that from what I've seen of Rekt, especially the last few weeks, I just can't see past them, and I'm going to have to say I expect them to win both games.
Not even overtime, okay. Yeah, I'm going to say Rekt are going to scrape both games, just because I feel like they're kind of the underdogs here. TagPro Rangers, I mean, I feel like having Shera instead of Chris is going to hurt them a bit. It won't hurt them much, but I think that might just put Rekt slightly over the edge. Mike, do you want to predict?
I'll be different. Obviously, Rekt have got a great attack, but I just can't look past TagPro Rangers. I mean, they've got the best attacking players in Deadman Watball. Fountain defense is just incredible. Sheratinho's had minus time, bit of majors time, but I think TagPro Rangers will do enough to pull it out.
Yeah. Well, of course, we all know how good Deadman is. Watball partnering him, of course. I mean, both these attacks are clearly very good. Looks like we're 5 minutes away from the start of Game 1 of the final. So, what else can we talk about here? Anyone got any suggestions? Alright then.
We could do the predicted first half score, I reckon.
Yeah, we could do that, Mike. That's a great idea you've just come up with there.
Thanks, man.
So, in the first half, personally, I think that the power-ups at the start will decide quite a lot, because I strongly believe if you can get on that regrab train, it's really hard to stop. So, a bit of luck, but I think that Rekt will just manage to get a good grab getaway first, maybe, and then just continue to dominate the half. Maybe TagPro Rangers will get a cap in there. I think overall it will be 2-1, something like that. The Evil, your thoughts?
I'm expecting Rangers to come out pretty strong in the beginning, probably get a cap or two in the first half. But once Rekt get their cap train started, it's not going to stop for a while, and I think that'll overpower Rangers. And Rekt will win the first half 4-2, I think.
I'll go the other way. I think TagPro Rangers will get a couple of cap trains going. I think they'll take it 5-2 in the first half.
Mike predicting that the cap train will have no brakes. It's just going to keep on rolling. Choo choo.
Choo choo indeed.
Yeah. The only thing I quickly talking about Shera. The only thing I think, like, if I look at all the other names, they've all been big names in majors in the past, and Shera's the only one that I don't see as a massive name in ELTP. I mean, again, sure he can step up, but yeah, I'm not too sure he's like at the next level like the rest of these defenders are.
Shera has only played 50 minutes of majors this season during the regular season. and his gasp wasn't all that impressive. He had 5.04 total gasp, so he could be a possible weak link. But he's a great player. He's obviously impressed in minors. He was in the voting for the minors player of the season, I think.
Yeah, he did do very well with minors, and it was nice for him to step up to majors. I mean, with CRSD, maybe they would have had more chance, but you still Cher's a good player. I'm sure he'll do well. Cher, by the way, he was actually a free agent. He wasn't even drafted, so it's nice for him to still make it to the final. He was a free agent in the first week. But again, like all the other players were either drafted in like the first round or were co-captains, captains, or the second round early picks.
I think I'm giving it to TagPro Rangers mainly because of the map, Boombox. I think it's just suited more to Deadnan and Whatball's Juken style. I mean, Deadnan's a superb Juke in the open spaces, and Boombox does have some good open spaces where Deadnan can get away and get quick caps if need be as well.
Yeah, Deadnan's just so good at holding as well. Yeah, there are, as you said, there's quite a lot of open spaces. There's a lot of good spaces to juke as well. And it's quite easy to get away bottom if you have a power up or something. Like if your offensive partner has a juke juice or a TagPro, they can just hold that button. He can get away bottom where there's quite a lot of room. And yeah.
So, season 3.5, if you're killing time, I've jumped in. Sign-ups are now open for season 3.5, and we're doing something a lot different, which is why it's 3.5 and not 4. We're trying to go for, no minors. There's going to be absolutely no minors for season 3.5. It's going to be lots of smaller teams, but lots more of them, and we're likely to have something like 10-minute matches rather than 20-minute matches, so you're playing like three or four different teams a week, and then just have the finals all on one day. We're hoping it's kind of a little less pressure on people and things like that. People have a little more fun, don't take it too seriously and things, just in the lead up to season 4, which is going to start in the new year. And you can sign up now, so do sign up to season 3.5, because we're looking to transition from this to the drafting as soon as we can, because we know people don't like downtime, or they've been knocked out for like the last 3 weeks and they want to get back into it. So we're going to have the ELTP MLTP match, I think one of the matches next week, and then we'll probably do the draft the week after, just before the second ELTP MLTP match. So there'll be quite a little quick transition over.
As a new captain myself this season, I'd definitely advise sign up as a captain just to try it out in 3.5. It's well worth being a captain, and obviously the more captains, the more teams, which means more players can get majors playing time.
Yeah, we're looking to try out auctioning as well, for like drafting, which will be interesting. But if you haven't been a captain before, we're probably taking a lot more people on for season 3.5 than we would in season 4. So it's a good opportunity to just have a little try, as Mike said.
How many teams are looking at?
It depends on signups. It really depends on signups, but we're not, because we won't have teams too big. The team numbers will expand depending on the amount of signups we get, and then we'll work out scheduling from that.
All right. Thank you, Roms, for the shameless self-promotion there.
That's what I do.
Yeah. No, it's a genuine thank.
Yeah, if you haven't experienced that before, you haven't streamed ELTP.
It's my job to come in and promote stuff. It's always been a thing.
I think right now we should have a hype video ready. If Carbon, you want to put that on? We'll leave you for a minute.
3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the Season 3 ELTP final. Looks like Tess gets that TagPro from mid. Gonna use that on defense, and Impuddy has a Juke Juice. Looks like Wobble's grabbed. He's gonna try and get away. Nice Juke past Tess, but he can't get away through the button just yet. Deadnan's there with the Juke Juice to hold the button though. As I was talking about, he gets away bottom, and now Deadnan's on re with Juke Juice. Wobble's ahead of 2 here. He's gonna try and come in. The blocks are there from Shera and Fat. He's gonna try and go through the middle, but Impuddy is there to slow it down. Impuddy's actually ahead of 3 here. Deadnan needs to stay alive, but of course Deadnan can do that. He can just hold. A strong start to the game. With that, TagPro on D. Tess couldn't really keep the flag in base that well. Looks like Nub's going to hold now. Not much happening here. Although having said that, Deadnan's going to try and come in too. That's not going to work. Test is in the way. Deadnan's trying to come in now. The blocks are there from Shera, but Fat's got to block out 2 here, which is going to be very hard, and Deadnan in the end dies. Close start to the game. Power up should be soon. Devil, what do you think of the start?
I think it's pretty much what we expected. One team getting the regrab and the other being careful not to grab. And just getting the returns when they need and trying to slowly circle back and stop the regrab train.
Although Rekt actually have 2 TagPros now, which is a great way to break out of this here. They've managed to get a grab themselves due to those TagPros, and Nub has got away. Deadnan's the only one ahead here. He needs to make sure he doesn't die, but Shera and Fat get back ahead anyway. Nub going to try and come in now. There's 2 versus 2 blocks there. He's going to try and come in through the gate. He boosts in. The blocks are there, but there's 1 flaccid. He's still ahead of 2. He's going to juke around them. The blocks are still there. Deadnan's coming in though. He flaccid. Shera grabs. He tries to get away. They get the return. That was close. Look like we're trying to get away here. He can't get away. And no cap yet. It's actually a full reset.
Yeah, they're definitely just... both teams, I think, are pretty shaken by that, because there's a lot of stuff happening there, and they're just trying to collect themselves right now.
Yeah, Rekt were very close to capping, and they've got the flag again here. Wobble's waiting for mid power up. Meanwhile, Nub's got a free grab off. He only has to get past Shera, and he can't manage that. Good play from Shera to shut him down. Fat's got a Juke Juice on D, Wobble's got a Juke Juice on O, and Deadnan's sitting on the power up in that corner there, I think. Can't see what it is. Wobble's got a free grab with that Juke Juice. He's ahead of 2 here. He's ahead of 3 actually. Only Impuddy in base here. This should surely be a cap. The Juke Juice and Shera blocking. He's going to get around. Wobble's going to get the first cap of the ELTP Season 3 final. TagPro Rangers going 1-0 up here. Great start for them. Deadnan's still on regrab as well. He's ahead of 2. He's going to try and come in. 2 versus 2 blocks again. Deadnan's trying to come in. Tess gets him 1 with that TagPro though, and that's basically going to shut that down, I think. Deadnan realizes that. Just going to go loop back around. Nub has actually grabbed in the meantime.
Yeah, we can see a very unconventional way for a TagPro to decide a cap there, with the fact that it was there allowing Wattball to get through, and Test just trying to keep Deadnan from grabbing the power up, and in the end they conceded a cap from that.
Yeah, it looks like Wattball's grabbed here. He is ahead of a few, but Nub's waiting at that boost. Just going to boost ahead now. I don't think the right power-up has happened yet. I think it's delayed because Deadnan was sitting on it. Wattball was just going to die in the end. Deadnan's going to go for that right power-up now, is he? Well, no, he's not. He's just going to stay alive, wait for that regrab, keeping that train alive. Looks like Deadnan's coming in at the moment, trying to get past Tess, though, and Tess just going to wait at that boost. There's nothing Deadnan can do now until that boost is used. Tess missed the snipe. Deadnan boosts in. But the blocks are not quite there. Shera trying to block out 2 wasn't really going to go too well. Rekt actually have a TagPro. They've killed the regrab, so now Deadnan knows he just needs to stay alive until Wobball gets back on re, and indeed he is there now. And Deadnan dies. Looks like it's going to be hard for Wobball to get out here to keep the train alive, and indeed the train has come to a halt. 6 minutes in, looks like we're going to reset here and maybe fight for mid power up and left power up. They should be soon. There's a 4-man fight at mid for that power-up. It's a TagPro. Deadnan gets it for O. That's going to be really useful here for them to get out. Meanwhile, only a... Oh, he actually flashes. That wasn't the best usage of the TagPro there, and Deadnan can't get out either. Not doing too well there.
Yeah, I have to question the decision-making of Rekt there, because they knew that the right power-up wasn't for a while, and they still had 3 players going for the mid. And no one going for left, which meant that they were most getting 1 power-up out of those 2.
Yeah, it looks like another TagPro here for TagPro Rangers, actually. Just like their name would suggest. Deadnan's actually going to get out bottom because of that TagPro keeping the button. Wobball actually is deciding to try and lead Deadnan with that TagPro. He kills 1, but Wobball's just going to go to re now. Deadnan trying to get past Hypernome, the micro jukes. He gets past him beautifully. Wow, Deadnan going to try and come in button now, but Impudi has that locked down. Nice jukes from Deadnan showing what he can do, but he is sniped in the end. If we look at TagPro-wise, TagPro Rangers have only actually had 2 TagPros compared to Rektam's 5. You'd expect Rektam could do more with those, but meanwhile, actually, Wobble's coming in too here. The blocks might be there. Nub's going to try and get ahead here. He gets the return. But anyway, you'd expect with those TagPros they could do something with them maybe, but because TagPro Rangers have held for so long, they haven't been able to. 3 minutes 30 of hold between them so far already. Only a minute hold for Rektam here. Impudi chasing Deadnan down with that juice, but Deadnan doesn't die easily. He does die now, though, just as I say that. Wobble's waiting for that right power up. Yeah. Yeah, looking at the prevent also. 24 seconds of prevent for Rektam. That's not going to cut it. They need to keep the flag in base. Meanwhile, a total of, what, 6 minutes nearly now for TagPro Rangers. They haven't had to really defend. Looks like Wobble's going to try and come in here. The blocks are there. That's some nice blocks, but he just can't get up the middle. And Puddy managing to get the return. But Deadnan was already on re. Looks like those mid and left power-ups should be coming up soon. We'll see. Deadnan using his boost, going 1. It's called the Deadnan boost for a reason. He uses it. He's past 2 here. Going to try and come in. Again, it's all about the blocks. He boosts into Impudi. Unlucky there, but Wobble's already on re. There's a rolling bomb mid. Looks like Hypernome is just going to pick that up, though. Wobble's not going to get it. He's going to come in too, actually. He is ahead of 2 again. The blocks need to be there. Wobble's trying to get his way in here. Test grabs. That's risky. He's going to die. Hypernome now grabs. That's another risky grab. This could lead to a cap here. TagPro Rangers coming in. Wobble. He's trying to get it. The 2 versus 2 blocks again. Test coming from behind. They need to go now. Impudi grabs. He dies. Another flaccid. Nub's trying to get out of base now. So many grabs from Rektam. Wobble's on the flag square, but the return doesn't happen. Nub's away himself now. Looks like both flag carriers managed to get out, and they are now holding. It's been an exciting game so far. Looks like Wobble will also die. Deadnan goes flag pro, interestingly, instead of leading Shera. Shera couldn't get that button. Now, actually, Impudi's ahead of 2 here. It's only 1-0, remember. Shera doesn't get the button. Impudi boosts in. The blocks are there. Fat manages to get a grab off. Fat manages to get away bottom. Wow, that was great from Fat. Saving the cap. I mean, they had 2 more ahead, but still, Fat doing a very good job. He even gets that tag pro from mid before dying. Impudi's trying to come in now. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, for anyone confused, Fat doesn't play logged in, so he's the Sunball in this game.
Yeah, that has confused me before, actually. He gets the juice as well. Fat getting all the power-ups. Looks like he should kill Impudi here. He does. Deadnan trying to come in now. The tag pro is still there, although it runs out now. Fat's still going to chase for that juice, though, which could be nice. Nub just goes 1. Sheriff follows. Bit of an interesting decision. There's a gate there. You can't go there. Looks like Nub gets returned at the other end. I'm a bit out of breath. I'm going to try and keep it up. Deadnan's trying to come in now, but Test had a free grab. And Hypernome with nice blocks to ensure Test gets away. Test is a defender, remember. Looks like Deadnan. What? He jukes past Nub in the 3-tile gap there. Maybe that was just because Nub's not a defender and he got juked. But still, Deadnan doing so well. Eventually, both flag carriers do die, though. And looks like Wobble's actually ahead of 3 here. The blocks from Shera are there. Wobble's going to come in for the second cap. No! Impudi gets out of the blocks and manages to get the return. Meanwhile, Test got a juice from mid. And Impudi looks like he's going to get that left power up at this rate. And it is a tag pro. He needs Nub to get there now. Hypernome gets back on D. So Nub can go back on O. Let's see what they can do with this tag pro. Quite a lot of it's already run out, though. And Impudi hasn't killed anyone. He finally kills Shera. Now Nub gets a free grab. Looks like they're going to go 2 with it. And Impuddy's still leading here, but that tag pro can't have much life left in it. And he goes back for re instead. Nub trying to come in. Fat's trying to get that return. He can't, but Wobble does. And Puddy was on re though. Risky grab from Wobble. Nice split. Wobble getting out here. But he can't do anything with it. That was still an insane split by Wobble. And he's still carrying here. That was great from Wobble. Great jukes there. I mean, showing why he's such a good attacker. You know, pairing up with Deadnan here. We've got about a minute left in this game. And Rektam need a cap to tie it up.
Yeah, I think Rektam kind of blew their opportunity. They had like the opportunity with the tag pro on offense and juice on defense. And that should have resulted in a cap for them. But
yeah,
they didn't manage to exploit that opportunity, really.
Rektam have definitely had a few chances, not as many, but they've certainly had at least some. Looks like they can actually reset here for the last 30 seconds of the game, try and get a cap, but Nub dies. So both teams reset for the last 30 seconds of this first half of game 1. Looks like Wobble's actually staying D for now, finally going to go to O, but with only 15 seconds left, both teams just need to grab and go. Impudi tries grabbing, he dies, Nub dies. That looks like Rektam will not be able to get a cap. That should be the end of this first half here. but Wobble wants to throw in another Flaccid, get his gasp a bit worse.
2,
And it looks like that is the end of the first half. TagPro Rangers winning it 1-0. It did seem like they just kept the regrab train. If we look at some of the stats, they had, 7 minutes of hold nearly between them, and 7 minutes of prevent compared to Rektam's only 2 minutes of prevent.
Yeah, I think while Rektam played it pretty safe, I think they might realize they played it a little bit too safe. And especially the cap kind of resulted from dumb play, like with Tess just staying near the power-up and allowing someone to get past 3 people at once, giving Wattball almost no challenge, getting the cap in the end there. They still played really careful, and they didn't really grab the flag all that much and just let TagPro Rangers run the show. And I think if they hadn't done that, and if they had played slightly more risky, and they would have had an opportunity to actually equalize the game. Maybe even a better opportunity than they already got.
It still is only 1 cap difference. I think a key moment could have been the Shera possible block at 1 minute 40. I think Empire was coming through the second top place. If Shera got the block on Empire, it would have been a second cap. But Shera couldn't get
that was
possible
really
experience.
Good. That was really good performance by Empire. He should have been blocked, so you might criticize the TagPro Rangers defense, but still, Empire just he knew where the blocks were coming, managed to get out of there, and returned an impatient Deadman, I think, who was coming straight into base.
Yeah, Rektam should definitely go into this second half positively, knowing that they only need 1 cap to tie up the whole game, and just 2 caps can get them the lead, and it's not exactly too hard to cap on this map. I mean, we didn't get that many caps in the first half, but there was many situations that there could have been caps in there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
Mike.
Sorry. I think the prevent time is slightly misleading because obviously Nub and Empire couldn't really grab when their flag was coming to base, and so they just had to wait then and try and get blocks. They did get away a few times, which showed just how good on offense they are. But they need to get the TagPro train, the regrab train going first before TagPro Rangers can get it going.
But I think on the flip side, the prevent time for Test and Hypno was kind of telling because they had several opportunities where he could reset, and they just let one player get out of base without getting ahead of them as well, which is not really that great for a defense to do.
Yeah, agreed.
They're definitely a good defense, but when you come up against Deadman and Wattball, it is definitely quite hard to do anything.
Yeah, but I have to say I'm slightly surprised by how they play because given how experienced and how good they really play, they should be able to do better, even against such a good offense.
Looks like we
Right.
The block an Empire though, because that would have been.
Looks like we're heading into the second half here. There's a TagPro's all around by the looks.
3,
It's
2,
1-0.
1 in 27 chance of that happening.
Apparently there's 1 in 27 chance of that happening. The mid power up, so Wattball gets that TagPro for O. Both teams have a TagPro for D. Let's see what they can do with TagPro for O. Maybe kiss and let Deadman get away or something like that. Impuddy staying D with that TagPro, interestingly. Hypernome goes on O. They kiss the TagPros and Deadman gets a good grab off because of that. Looks like he's trying to see what he can do here, but there's still 2 containing him. He tries to boost here. He's going to try and boost past Test, but he's allowed Wattball to get on regrab again. That's the regrab train started. That's what TagPro Rangers definitely wanted. And he's coming in 2 here, but Hypernome should be there, and he is. Deadman just kind of gave up on that one, it seems. Wattball trying to do something here. He went too quickly, though, and that allows the reset that Rektam so desperately need, because they need a cap. They need to allow their offense to do something instead of just play offensive defense the whole game. Impuddy does get a good grab off. Let's see what he can do with it. Looks like he's trying to go bot. Power up should be up soon. Impuddy's... Oh, actually, Fat walked into a spike there. Looks like Impuddy's seeing what he can do now. Only Shera to beat. He goes for the power up, but he's not going to get it because Fat was there. Rolling bombs all around this time. Is that a 1 in 27 chance again?
I think we have to ask Rems.
Yeah, we're going to have to ask Rems on this one.
It is 3 times 3 times 3.
Oh, Deadnan splits the defenders, but he can't get out of base. That was close from Deadnan. He split them, but he just couldn't get past them. If there was more room there, that would have worked. Looks like Nub going 1, actually. It pays off, though. No one gets the button. He's safe. The kits haven't actually worked really here on stream, I'm being informed. And Rektam's kit isn't correct. But, you know, it's all good. You can see which team is which, I'm pretty sure. Looks like Puddy's been forced into a grab because Nub boosted him. Deadnan's also grabbed, he's away, and Puddy's not away. 2 versus 1, blocks on Nub. Deadnan comes in 1. These blocks should be there. It's not the best block though. Deadnan had to slow down, he runs straight into Nub. The blocks just needed to block Nub to one side there, but Nub doing ever so well to just stay ahead. Looks like Wobble's going to go back for that power up, but Nub's got away also here. Maybe they can keep the regrab train here. Nub actually dies, but Hypernome was on re with that rolling bomb. Wobble carrying with a Juke Juice also. Both flag carriers having a power up to help them stay alive for now. Looks like Hypernome's just going straight for the cap in true defender style. No patience there, just wanted to see if he could maybe cheese a cap in there. But it did not happen. Deadnan manages to get a grab. Hypernome doing well to contain him here. Impuddy's actually ahead of a few if he could come in and tie the game up for Rektam, but not when Deadnan's out of base, he can't, and not much pressure on Deadnan here, just running away. It's been a shaky start to the game for both sides. I mean, this game means so much for both of them, of course. It's what the whole season is built up to. And Puddy's trying to come in now. Looks like Rektam have their regrab train going. Power-ups should be up soon. Let's see if they're aware of them. Impuddy does die, and Wobble gets that rolling bomb mid. Hypernome waiting for left. He gets it, and Nub gets right. Overall power-ups have been even so far. Wobble had a free grab there. Because of that rolling bomb, he gets away too, and that's just going to make sure Nub can't come in and use that Juke Juice for anything, really, although they get the return. Let's see if they can try and reset here. Nub's ahead, but Deadnan is going to just take his time, just carry the flag, do what Deadnan does, and just chill. You know, he can just hold. He knows that.
Yeah, but I think what Deadnan did there was slightly risky because they didn't have anyone to regrab, and if somebody had been waiting for him there, that would actually have been a cap for Rektam.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe a bit of nerves, you know. Decision making in these finals is a hard thing to do. Looks like Deadnan is just holding. No, he's not. He's dead. I lied. Wobble's holding. He's past 2 here, trying to come in. Deadnan's blocking Nub at the base, but Test just manages to slow down Wobble enough. He maybe could have come in
power-ups now.
Yeah, oh, Sherry gets the TagPro from mid. There's only 2 ahead. This could be great. There's a TagPro right, but they don't need it. Sherry's just going to go straight in. They just leave to allow Wobble to get his second cap of this, well, the first cap of this half, second cap of this game. Great use of the TagPro there from Sherry, just leading him straight in. They followed, and they did well. Looks like Fat's holding the flag here, interestingly. He dies, but he just about manages to do enough for Deadnan to get on regrab. Deadnan trying to juke his way out of a sticky situation, and he manages it, getting past Hypernome. He's trying to come in 2 here, but that probably won't happen. Or will it here? There's 1 versus 1 blocks, though, because Sherrod had died to a TagPro. Deadnan's just going to turn around and try and drag the defenders out, see if he can drag some people out and get past them. He's past Hypo, but runs straight into the brick wall that is Test. Looks like power-ups should be up soon-ish. Wobble doesn't need power-ups, though. He's just going to go straight for the base. I mean, caps win games. Power-ups help that, but you can't give up a cap for power-ups. Looks like Test gets the return. Definitely been a more even second half here. TagPro Rangers still edging out on the hold, and they've had this regrab train for a while. But looks like Deadnan's actually going to try and come in gate here. There's 2 ahead. Test gets ahead, though. Nice boost from Test. Hypernome was on re with a rolling bomb, but Hypernome was on D with a rolling bomb. Superman, but it ran out. He managed to kill one of the attackers, though, so that'll slow TagPro Rangers' attack. Deadnan's trying to boost in here. He can't. Hypernome's sitting on the button. Wobble gets a grab, but Test gets the return. Bit of a lull in the action here. Nub getting a grab, trying to go gate. Getting closed down, though. And Puddy, though, got to regrab. Let's see if he can juke his way out. No, he cannot. I think both teams may be waiting for power-ups to try and get their regrab train going. Rektam really need it here. They're down, what, 2-0 on aggregate at the moment. So
yeah, with less than 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, but they have just got a TagPro mid. That could prove very useful. Maybe this can start their comeback. Let's see. Nub gonna get a free grab. And Puddy leading with that TagPro. Shera can't get the return. Wobble dies. Only Fat ahead. Nub comes in one. Fat's got past the blocks though. He's staying ahead. He's gonna grab. He gets away. Shera gets the return. Fat saves the cap, showing how good of a defender he is. And Puddy was on Ree. Let's see if he can get away. No, he can't. The juke juice from Deadnan, saving the day.
Yeah, I can't say I understand what the Hype Gnome tests were doing there, because that was pretty much an easy block to do.
Yeah, you
on
just got
any player,
and
and
they
they
mess
messed it up.
Oh, Deadnan holding the button against 2 there. He's boosting in. Puddy's died. Wobble's coming in. This could be his third cap. The blocks are there. Wobble gets it. Nub was completely blocked out. That puts TagPro Rangers 3-0 up in the first game here on aggregate. TagPro Rangers just showing that they are ready for this one. And if they can just keep this regrab train, there's not really a way I can see Rekt getting back into this one. They need a moment of brilliance from someone. Maybe Nub, the captain, could step up. Wobble trying to... Oh, you got something, Diesel?
No, I was just saying that I really don't see Rekt coming back from this, because they just look devoid of inspiration right now. I think they need a break after this half, and just, you know, try to get their composure and see if they are able to come up with something to counter Rangers' very smart play.
There's still 2 minutes left here, but it's quite hard to get. They need 3 caps in 2 minutes just to get a draw. I mean, that is going to be very difficult for them. Looks like we're reset for now, though. Wobble using that boost, just going backwards with it. Looks like Rekt are aware of power-ups, so it could be risky, but Wobble doesn't get away, so it's fine. Deadnan trying to grab, now trying to juke. Oh, he nearly got through that split there. There was a rolling bomb mig, which isn't really useful for either team. Rekt should probably just go for it now, and looks like they are. Nubs managed to get a grab off. Cheryl with a nice boost to get back ahead. So all 4 are ahead here, but look, Hypernome has that TagPro on D now. This could prove very useful. He's going to try and lead Nub in. Fat going for the grab. He can't get away. They get the return. Shera gets the return. I didn't see how that happened. I guess Hypo's TagPro lead wasn't the best. Devil, did you see what happened?
There's just something uncoordinated about that. I'm not sure if you can blame Hypo or
looks like, sorry to cut you off, and Puddy's coming in here with the juke juice. Test blocks are there. Are they there though? Fat gets away, and Puddy's still trying to get the cap. Deadnan grabs and gets away. 1 minute left here, and I think that basically puts a nail in the coffin. That was very close to a cap.
They're not going to get 3 caps in 1 minute.
No, and Puddy was very close to capping there, which maybe could have given them a glimmer of hope. But Fat did very well to get away. He's done that a few times, just got a grab off just to give his teammates a few seconds to get back into it. Deadnan's actually ahead of a few, but Nub was on Ree, so they are fine. I think now, at this point, Rekt just need to start thinking about that second game. Just talking about what they can change up. You know, no point really just dwelling on this game. Right now, they could just be talking about what their strategies are to change it up for the second game, what they can do. I mean, they haven't played, they've improved in the second half, I'd say. I mean, if you look at the hold times, they're basically equal.
I think their overall play is better.
Oh, Tess is going to get a consolation cap here, actually. He got ahead of them all.
Hypernome almost ruined it, actually.
He did.
Really risky boost right there.
But Deadnan looks like he could be ahead of a few, and Puddy manages to grab and get out. And he's just going to hold, I think. So it ends up being 3-1 overall.
2.
Tess, the defender, the only one to cap for Rekt so far. He's doing well. Oh, and he had the most returns in the game, and he even got a cap. Nicely played from Test. So TagPro Rangers win the first game. That gives them a huge advantage, but there's still a second game to go. And if Rekt win that second game, then we would be heading into overtime. But Rekt need to win that second game overall.
Yeah, they need to turn it around, and the one thing they really need to fix is how they handle situations under pressure, because like the simplest things where they should have gotten caps or gotten the returns, they messed it up, and you can't really do that when you're playing a final in ELTP.
They can definitely take positives from it though, because if they just changed a few silly errors that they had, they were definitely in that game.
Yeah, they could have easily gotten 3 caps from those 2 halves, and at least had a tie.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this map just suits Deadnan so well. I mean, look at his history on wide open maps. Week 1, he played 45, he got 18 caps. Week 4, he managed to get 15 caps. It's just these wide open maps suits Deadman so well. He can pull off those micro jukes like we saw.
He had a few really nice splits, getting ahead of people. Watball, though, also playing well. I think Watball had all 3 caps. I'm not too sure, but I seem to remember him getting at least 2. Watball was performing very well for sure.
And a quick mention.
Deadman's ability to hold the flag really defined Rangers' momentum in that game.
A quick mention for Fat's game saving block. It was 2v1 in that tunnel. Hyper and Tess really should have blocked Fat, but he made it past. He just managed to get the return.
Yeah,
and that's definitely game changing.
Fat definitely doing very well. I mean, he saved caps at some points, which was very great. Of course, saving caps. That's an important part of TagPro, caps. I think we might be doing the rest of the awards for now, because my voice can't really handle too much more.
Yeah, I think we're going to jump straight into the awards. Is the stream ready for that? Just a quick pause while I get the awards ready. So that was a great first game of TagPro we saw. And we're going to move on to the awards. Just let me know when we're ready, please. Okay, so our first award up of the second half is the Shitsto Award. And I think the title says it all really. Nominations are Panda, Sam, Peter Baelish / Gossip Girl, Deadnan, Rookie and Jufter. And the winner of the Shitsto Award is Zamagota Panda. I think interesting winner based on the incidents this season. But I'll say a worthy win of the Shitsto Award.
Yeah, he definitely had a lot of involvement with drama in the community this season.
That's a good way of putting it. I think next up we have the Fair Play Award on the Fair Play team. Sana?
Oh, yeah. So, like last season, they did it in order, ranking the teams. So, Carbon, do you have the list up or the first page?
It's just blank.
Okay, have it blank. I'm gonna read out the list from the bottom to top. So, in 10th place is PLS Snipoven. No surprise there.
Probably relating to Panda Shitsto Award.
Yeah, I would guess. No. Just do the whole lot after I announce it. In 9th place is Baller in München. Does that come as a surprise to you, Mike?
A bit of a surprise, yeah. I mean, Lid, captain of Ball in Munich. Everyone loves Liddy, so that does surprise me. I think I had him like 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, I think it might be connected to player being on a team, because he has a bit of a reputation of being doing everything he can to win.
TagPro is just a game.
Yeah. So in 8th place are TagPro Rangers.
Interesting one, possibly because of the ages of some of their attacking players. They can be quite competitive.
I think they also played a few of their... I don't know if this was okay, but they played a few of the people that played majors in the minors games.
Oh, really? I think it might have been agreed, though.
So, 7th place goes to Highjuke Split. That really surprises me, but at the same time, not.
I think the issue with the middle teams, it's hard to really classify the Fair Play Award. I mean, obviously, everyone's nice and friendly in TagPro,
It might
so it
have
takes a
something
special
to
effort to
do
be
with
first.
Collapse's disappearance.
Maybe. So, who's in 6th?
Can you announce the midfield team?
Yep, sure.
Teams?
In 6th place, we have Liverpool. Liverpool might have lost some places with the late joining of Newcompt. He's a bit of a pantomime villain around TagPro, so that might have cost him the upper places in that table. 5th place, we have Tottenham Hotspur. Sorry, Hawker?
No, it's just hard to say with these low teams. Like, there's nothing they've particularly done that's not fair play. It's just they haven't done anything outstandingly like fair play. That made sense
definitely.
in my head, but
I think in case of Tottenham, that's not completely true, because I know that they did a lot of effort to play like their whole roster in the majors when they knew they didn't have a chance to get to the win the get to the playoffs. I mean, but I mean that could fire both ways. Because I think it's a fair play because it helps helps them cultivate talent, especially for next season. But other teams might say that they're not as competitive as they can, and they should have taken some points that they didn't as a consequence.
It can be really hard to judge for fair play. I mean, some captains probably just did it randomly. Oh, this wasn't captains, was it? This was just... never mind. In 4th place, we have Rekt and Jukenited. In the final tonight, I know Nub's always been nice to deal with. Always active in setting up scrims for his team and other teams. All round a nice team.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything specific to say about that. It's about where I'd put Rekt.
In 3rd place, we have Roland BC. Roland BC, always nice to deal with, or a man a few words, so can't really offend anyone, I guess. Always fair play, always, plays nicely. Hawk, any input?
No. I'm channeling my inner orb to say no.
It doesn't surprise me that they're so high, but they were ranked 9th last season.
Orb clearly putting in the extra effort to be extra friendly this season. It's paid off. And we are now down to the top 2. We have Athletic Madrid and Blackburn Rovers.
Ooh.
Which of these teams is going to be the most fair play? Is that correct?
Yes.
The most fair play?
Let's go with that.
And the winner of the most fair play award, I'm proud to announce, is Athletic Madrid.
I think Ron will take second.
Yeah, he's used to that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Commiserations to Blackburn Rovers there. I'm delighted to win Fair Play Award. I'd like to thank my team. I'd like to thank my parents for bringing me up right.
Mike, it seems your team's winning a lot of awards today.
Well, what can I say?
Guess you're just that damn good.
Except in the quarterfinals.
Well, at least you did it. At least you fired shots at yourself there. You made sure no one else could get in there. I like that.
You gotta get in there before anyone else can. Next up, we have the Fuck You Annual Gasp for the Minors. Or the FYAYG for those under 18. And this one we have Woblet, Chaos Quentin, Nightfig, Neb, Jo and Noodles. And this is actually the 2nd season in a row that Noodles has been nominated for this award. And the winner of the Fuck You Annual Gasp Award for Minors is Woblet. Got some stats for Woblet here. 8th in prevent and returns. And if you've got Woblet on your team, you're going to have a fun season.
I also think Woblet is she's a really solid defender, so when you play with her, she might not, get the stats, but her playing style is really comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. And her gas doesn't reflect it, but she's just such a solid presence on defense. Sana, do you want to go to the next one?
Yeah. Next award is Biggest Perv, and it's no surprise that Woblet was also nominated here. But the rest of the nominees are Newcomb, Forden, Haka, The Evil One, and Sheratinho. And this one was very close, with the winner not taking the lead until I think the 2nd day of voting. And it's Haka. Haka, do you want to say any words?
Hawker, congratulations, you pervert.
You make me sick.
Do I have to say any words for this?
You do, but please keep it clean.
Can't we just all forget about this, and just move on?
So Hawker, why do you think you got Biggest Perv?
No, I wouldn't know about that.
Any instance or behaviour?
No, of course not. I think it's just a big circle jerk against me.
I think let's keep going. It's a Biggest
Perv
award.
I'm pretty sure that's a term a pervert would use.
You make me sick. So Hawker, the Biggest Perv award, which we'll be sure to remind you about throughout the stream. Next up we have the Pantomime Villain Award. This one loves the drama, loves being the people love to hate. And the contenders for this are Collapse, Zoma got a Panda, Deadnan, the Don Daddy, Newcomt, and Peter Baelish. I think it came down to 2 people really, and the winner, due to the incidents that Evil mentioned earlier, is Zoma got a Panda. Not afraid to be the bad guy in ELTP. And he takes home the pantomime villain. Son up.
Yeah, next up is Best Individual Performance for Minors. And the nominees were Babel from week 8, Sheldon from week 6, Ginseng from week 4, Dusty from week 1, Kira from week 7, and Powerball also from week 8. And this one was very close. I think it only came down to a couple of votes, with Dusty being in second and Sheldon ultimately winning the award for his performance in week 6.
Yep, Sheldon's performance in week 6, he had 30 minutes of playtime, and he got 8 caps for a total gasp of 11.65. Amazing performance from Sheldon there. He even got 11 returns, so well done Sheldon for another award. And next up we have the Best Commentator Award.
Oh, come on. I think I can win this one.
And we've got Dr. McDonald, N-Shark, Yin Yang, Mike C, Hawker and Carbon. Carbon well known for his commentating. And the winner of this one is... It has to be, it's Dr. McDonald.
Yeah, there's no surprise there.
I saw that coming.
Hard like Hawker, but everyone loves Dr. McDonald. He brings energy and passion to the games.
You
And
won
yes,
last season as well, right?
He's
Oh, no,
won every
surprise.
season.
Oh.
Sad he can't be here today to hype it up even more.
Linking
Yeah,
on to
wherever
the
you are, McDonald, you need to get your ass back.
We need you. We're having
Link-
to use Hawker here.
Yeah, exactly.
Please. Linking on to his
next up we're going to
disappearance.
see penis jokes or whatever, because that's what Taco does now.
Linking on to his disappearance, we have the Best Disappearance Award next summer.
Oh yeah, Best Disappearance. The nominees were Wilson, Collabs, Trisky, Emma Spurn, Rusty, and Meth. Mike, do you have any info on these disappearances?
I tried to get a word with him, but I couldn't get in touch.
Oh, jeez. That's a great joke, Mike.
Thanks, Hawker.
So there's no surprise that the winner of the Best Disappearance Award is Collabs.
Well done, Collab. Sadly, he couldn't be here tonight to collect his award.
Jesus.
I'm sorry for the jokes. And next up, we have the Most Improved Award. The players improved most throughout the season. Some great players in this category, obviously. We've got Kyrie Irvin, Anal Jade, Jufter, Wisebot, Sheldon, and Nightfig. Some strong contenders in this category. But the winner of this one, getting another award for the night, is Sheldon. Well done, Sheldon, again. Started the season as a minors player, managed to break into the majors team by the end. Just an amazing attacking talent in 32 majors.
Can we just refuse to say when it's Sheldon, so that his ego doesn't get any bigger?
I think we might have to.
I think Sheldon's probably just sitting there counting his awards like...
He might have literally imploded by this point, so we might not have to worry about anything anymore about him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up we have Sana.
Next up, we have Most Likely to End Up in Prison. The nominees we have are Simka Panda, Liddy Lid, Deadman, Nightfig, Sheldon, and Bulby Girl. And it's probably no surprise to you that the third, that he gets his third award this evening. It's Simka Panda.
I wonder why that is. Can't think of why. Why Panda would go to prison, you know?
I've got no idea.
No.
None at all. Moving swiftly on, we've got the Best Fifth Man. So, the fifth man in the roster who contributed the most to the team throughout the season. We have Wisebot, Jufter, Well Such Balls, Viggy, The Real IRS, and Wobbler. And the winner of the Best Fifth Man is The Real IRS. Real IRS, fifth man for Rolling BC. And he had some great stats throughout the season. He played 190 minutes and has 6.52 total gasp. and he really gelled well in that role in BC defense. So well done, real RS.
He basically became a starter, didn't he, by the end?
I think so, yeah. He did really well throughout the season.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he became a starter by the end of the season, I think. Next up is Offensive Player of the Season for Majors. The nominations are Deadnan, Ampuri, Shakalaka, Orb, the Don Daddy, and Nub. And by a landslide of votes, Deadnan wins the, I think, second season in a row.
Yeah, no surprise there. Deadnan, the best attacking talent in TagPro today, I reckon.
All of TagPro.
I think so, yeah. I'm going to say he's the best attacking talent in TagPro.
We'll see in the All-Stars, won't we?
That's a nice link.
Yeah.
And the other side of the ball, we have the defensive player of the season. Nominations are Fat, Peskis, Anal Jade, Baz, Nevermind, and Fred. And the winner, give me attention, it's Deadnan's teammate, it's Fat. Fat had an amazing season on defense, getting 392 returns, getting 4,500 seconds of prevent. Just an amazing season for Fat on defense. So well done, Fat. Sonnet?
Yeah, he did very well, winning the Best Individual Performance Award. The next award is Most Valued Player. And the nominees are Deadnan, Fat, the Don Daddy, Orb, Ampuri, and Peskis. All very good players. Mike, do you have any words on them before we announce?
What was that?
Do you have any words about them before we announce the winner?
I mean, these are the best players in TagPro today, and the winner of this one, clearly a worthy winner, and possibly the best player in Europe.
Possibly. That's okay. Just go. No, just go.
The winner of the Most Valuable Ball this season is Deadnan, with his second award of the night.
Yep, well done, Deadnan. I would say carried TagPro Rangers, but they got such a strong team effort, you can't really say carried. But an amazing presence in offense.
No, the last award is up. Haka, do you want to announce the winner of this?
Do I? Maybe. Hang on a minute. Oh, it appears it is Captain of the Season. I don't even know who the nominations are. I'm just going to go straight into the winner. No one cares about the nominations.
The nominations are every single captain that has captained this season.
Yeah, that does make sense. So the winner is our very own Mike C. Is this the Athletic App Awards? I mean...
Son of Random, I'm presenting. I think they are. It is slightly rigged. Well done to Athletic App.
I haven't won a single award.
Were you even nominated to Evil?
Yeah.
He was, for biggest perf. And...
and fuck you and your gas.
Yeah.
But thank you to all the captains voting for me. Thanks to everyone. I've had a really fun season, and I'm honoured. That is the end of the Season 3 awards show, so we'll hand you back to Hawker and Evil.
Thank you, Mike. Congratulations. Looks like we should be heading into the second game soon. TagPro Rangers, of course, winning the first game 3-1 in the end. Test, interestingly, getting the cap for Rektam. Rektam need to step it up in the second half if they want their dreams to stay alive. Evil, say words.
Yeah, they definitely their decision making at the critical points have really not been impressive in the first game. But if they can fix that, it's a mental thing. It's not a huge thing if you manage to deal with it. So they definitely have the potential to fix that and just go out and kick back against Rangers. But if they manage to fix it, we're gonna have a really interesting second game. But if not, I'm afraid we're gonna see Rangers just steamroll them.
Looks like we should be going into it soon. Again, just the main thing I thought is that it's going to be tough for Sherrod to step up, but he didn't really have to do too much because Rektan were barely attacking because they didn't want to risk a grab when their flag was out of base. It's just too risky. So Cheryl and Fat were basically just blocking most of the time.
Well, yeah, but also like Cheryl was instrumental in one of the caps where he fought really well for a TagPro against two Rektan players, got the TagPro, popped both of them, and easily led Wattball into a cap.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But on the other side, in that first half, Showa could have had the block on Empady, but Empady snuck through and managed to get the return. So possible inexperience there from Showa.
Didn't cost him in the end though. So he'll be happy he didn't lose in the game or anything. That would have been terrible.
Yeah, I think at least for the first half of the second game, we're going to see a Shera who's full of confidence. And depending on how if it goes well, that's going to carry on to the second half. However, if Rektan really manages to pop a hole on Rangers' defense, that confidence might turn sour.
Yeah.
So, Hawker, your predictions for this second game?
Okay, so at the start I said Rektan will win both games. But looking at how strong TagPro Rangers are, I think TagPro Rangers will win it something like 2-1. Or maybe it'll be a draw 2-all, but you know, a draw would end up with TagPro Rangers winning overall. But something like that, close game, low scoring. Yeah. Anyone else want to predict?
Devil?
Just like Hawk, I predicted both wins for Rektan, and apparently that's not happening anymore. And judging from what I saw in the first half, I have to say that Rangers, they have all the initiative in this game so far, and I think that's going to carry over to the second one, unless Rektan manages to really, do something about that. Their skill is obviously way up there, but they seem to have some mental blocks or some issues, especially on defense in terms of cooperation. So I think the onus is on Rektan to fix that, and if they're not able to do that, Rangers can win. So I would say Rangers will probably win 5-2 the second game.
I predicted TagPro Rangers in the first half and the first game. They did. I'm going to back TagPro Rangers again. I think they'll take it 4-1 and take home the ELTP title.
Okay then. Yes.
I think it's going
Looks like we should be getting into the second game very soon. It's been a long wait in between, and we're all ready for that second game now to see if TagPro Rangers can become the ELTP Season 3 champions, or if Rektan can take it the full distance and go into overtime. I think we'd all like to see overtime at the end of the day. I mean, overtime's even more exciting. I'll get to yell some more, it'll be great.
Well, apparently we're waiting for Test. He's got a pizza in the oven.
Apparently it's a regular salami pizza. This is what we're talking about right now. Test pizza. His faucet is leaking.
That's not all that's leaking.
Okay. Devil, you know the awards have happened now. You don't need to go for biggest perv anymore or anything.
No, I'm fine because I know you already got it.
Yeah. A bit jealous?
Not really. How do you feel about being the biggest perv?
Well, I mean, any publicity is good publicity, am I right? Right, guys?
I'm pretty sure people who get bad publicity are the only people who say that.
You would say that, you perv.
Yeah.
I'm only 16, how am I
You
a perv?
make me
I'm
sick.
confused. But you're still commentating with me. That tells us a lot about the evil as a person, I think.
Yeah, that I'm willing to forgive other people for their flaws. Just, put aside differences and
Okay,
be a
There are
good
many,
person.
many flaws.
Good save, good save. Looks like we actually have Hypernome with a technical problem. He's trying to fix it. I mean, he's had a lot of time there to fix it. We were hoping this wouldn't happen because we gave them, 30 minutes or so? Disappointing, really. This is a flawless idea. We're going to ask the chat right now. Type in chat who you think will win this second half. Will it be Rektan Will it be TagPro Rangers? What's gonna happen? I want some predictions. I want some, you know, big predictions. That's what I just said. Let's talk about the players again then. I mean, I got nothing else. So let's see. And Puddy and Nub on O couldn't really do anything, but if they can get away early and start the regrab train, we should be set here. Like,
I think the main problem was with Hypnome and Test on defense. When you don't have a defense that, you know, are able to keep the flag for at least a good amount of time in base, that's gonna ruin all the kind of attack you can perform, really.
Looks like we should be getting into the second half here very soon. We should be starting up now. Please hurry up. Looks like we are back here. We're back, and looks like Puddy gets a rolling bomb mid, Tess gets a TagPro right, Deadman gets a Juke Juice left. We're finally back with the second half of the ELTP final. Rekt need to win to stay in it here, as in Puddy grabs. Nub's got the button for him. He's going to get away bottom. This is what they need to do, and Puddy's away. They can keep this regrab train going at this rate, and Puddy's trying to come in now. Fat spikes himself. He gets past Deadman. He's trying to boost in the block to there. He's going to boost, and he's going to not cap. Shera gets back there in time. They all left, but Shera flaccid. Deadman manages to get away due to that flaccid, and now both flag carriers end up holding, and Puddy will probably die here. He does. Deadman juking nicely to stay alive. Meanwhile, Nub going 2. That's interesting. It does pay off for him, though, because now he can go 1 and no one can follow him. Deadman has held for a while now. Looks like it's been a closer start this time, and Puddy just about gets a regrab in time there. Deadman's still holding. Wobble's just sitting there. He wants something to do. He finally has something to do. Go and block Test. Deadman's been holding so well, Wobble not done much so far because of that. Deadman's going to try and get that power up quickly. He gets the TagPro and will die for it, but a TagPro is probably worth getting. Looks like both teams will reset now. Deadman going to kiss those TagPros, so Nub goes back to base. Tense start to the game.
Yeah, we've been seeing. I think we've been seeing a lot more solid defense, especially from Rekt so far.
Nub's TagPro is still there for offense. It runs out now, but it allows Puddy to get a nice grab. However, Fat containing very nicely. Meanwhile, Deadman has grabbed at the other end, trying to get out. He can't, but it's a nice handoff to Wobble. Let's see what he can do. Trying to just stay alive for a bit here. Ends up going into Hypnome, trying to split Tess and Hypnome. Tess and Hypnome have definitely done a better job so far. The hold has been equal so far, almost. Just under a minute for both sides. And yeah, looks like there's going to be fights for power-ups happening now. Four people fighting for that mid power-up. It's allowed Deadman to get a free grab. It's a TagPro, and looks like TagPro Rangers do get it for defense with Fat, but Deadman couldn't get out of base. It could have been very good if he did. Nub has to grab. He can't manage to get away because of that TagPro. So both attackers for TagPro Rangers actually had a rolling bomb there. Wobble's is defused, however Deadman's still coming in with it. Might allow him to get a good grab off here. Trying to get around Hypnome, get towards the flag. Ends up just blasting Hypnome away, but doesn't want to risk the grab. Wobble does though. He dies, but it allows Deadman to get a free grab. Let's see what he can do with it. Not much. Tess shutting it down well. Rektam's defenders doing well so far. Despite TagPro Rangers having more power-ups so far.
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing we see Test and Hypnome trying to not let them grab as much as they did, and when they do, they're much more determined in getting the return.
Yeah, it's definitely a good sign that they're locking down that defense. You know, they're probably putting that first game behind them. Looks like it's what, a 6-man fight for that mid power-up, and Puddy gets out of it. It's a Juke Juice. They're going for that left and right, those left and right power-ups now in the base. Looks like Deadman's got a free one-on-one grab there. Wobble's going to have a rolling bomb re-grab also. But Nub's got that TagPro actually, so I don't think anything should come from this. Wobble blasts the two defenders away here. He's trying to come in, but Puddy's grabbed, and with that TagPro, Nub kills 2 of them, and Puddy's ahead of them all. Wobble has to survive here. Hypnome, he can't, no. What? Eminem gets the return, and then Puddy gets the cap to put Rekt 1-0 up. This is exactly what they needed. A strong start to this first half, trying to assert their dominance over TagPro Rangers, showing they can do it. My mouth forgot to use words for a second there. Sorry about that. Looks like Shera having some issues. Disconnecting, reconnecting, refreshing there. And Puddy boosts in now, looking to try and get away. Nice grab. He's past Shera. Can he get past Fat? He jukes past him by pixels. And Puddy's out here. Shera's hot on his tail. He's trying to come in the 2 versus 2 blocks. And Puddy's boosting in, trying to come in through the gate, but that's not going to happen. He's just going to go back and hold. Maybe try and get that rolling bomb mid, but Fat sees it. He's going to go get it. And Puddy now seeing what he can do. Shera looks like he's having problems. He's lagged out into the corner. Meanwhile, and Puddy gets returned due to the rolling bomb. Fat trying to see what he can do now, trying to get out of base. Shera seems to be rolling around at the bottom into that spike. I don't know what's happening. Wobble finally calls a stop. Fat's trying to do what he can. Nub still has the flag. They need that return on Nub here. But Fat's actually away here. Nicely done. But Puddy is on Re. Fat just holding the flag. Nub's still also holding the flag. TagPro Rangers need to try and defuse this situation. They have called the stop, but they've got to wait for the flags to be returned. Shera's also called stop. We already know that. We're waiting for the flags. Looks like Fat's really trying to kiss here for that stop to occur, but he cannot manage it. He kills Tess with a button, nicely done. Deadman nearly gets the return on Nub. It's a tough situation right now for TagPro Rangers to try and get this return and do the stop. Yeah, both flags need to be returned for the stop.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting situation because maybe in terms of fair play it would be best for the 2 flag carriers to kiss in such a situation.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it is the ELTP finals. A lot at stake. Nub trying to come in. He gets returned. That means the stop will finally happen. At least a cap didn't come out of Shera being completely out of the game. So, exciting first half to the first half almost there.
Yeah, and it's actually a promising sign that it took 3 halves until we got our first stop.
Yeah, that's nice to see. I mean, Shera just was completely lagged out there. He couldn't do anything, and it's good to see that Rekt cap off of that. That they got their caps legit so far. They are winning 1-0, so that's a good sign. Maybe that will take them out of their groove a bit, but we will see. Don't know what's going to happen here. I mean, if Shera can't get back into the game, let's see who else TagPro Rangers have. I mean, they could put Nightfig in, but he's more of an attacking player. As for defenders, I see, Unverse is there? I'm not really too sure who's on their team. Yin Yang, I know. We will see. As for that half, though, Rekt were probably slightly on top. They managed to keep that re-rub train going nicely. Bit of an argument happening about the stop. But yeah, Shera seemed to completely lag out. I'm not sure if that's an issue with his connection. I assume it has to be because he got kicked out of the game. He tried refreshing at one point. He's disconnected from Mumble now.
Yeah, we know that before the first game, Shera was restarting his router, so I assume he's been having some problems all day long.
He's I've talked to Shera quite a bit. He's definitely had connection problems in the past. Looks like Shera's restarting his computer and his router by the looks of things here. Again, we should be back underway soon. So, Rekt, I mean, they've come out of the gate strong. They knew they needed to win this second half. And, I mean, I think they just needed to put that first half behind them, which it looks like they did. They probably slightly were on top in that game there.
Yeah, we saw some real good determination, especially when they got the return, when they had a player ahead of all of them. I think it was Puddy who got the cap there. And they just got the return, I think it was on the Watt ball. And really smart play by Rekt. However, I have to question, I think it was Watt ball who got returned because he didn't need to be so close to the base and he could have ran away and stayed safe for at least 5 to 10 more seconds.
Yeah, definitely. But again, I mean, that's all that Rekt needed, a mistake or a moment of brilliance to give them that, to make them realise they definitely can still win this game and take it to overtime. Sheratinho has reconnected on Mumble, so we'll see if he will be back in the group soon. I mean, he's played well so far himself, saved the day a few times. Oh, I just want to get back into TagPro. It's been great games so far. No one wants to stop. Come on, Shera.
On that note, make sure you sign up for season at 3.5 ELTP.
Yeah. How much are you getting paid for that, Mike? Better be good money to promote Rems.
It's a good hourly rate.
You think you'll be able to retire anytime soon? You know, just focus on TagPro. Is it that good?
Maybe after season 3.5 of ELTP, sign-ups now available on the forum.
Okay, we're doing that again. Again, Mike, really? Looks like when we head back into it, we'll have 5 more minutes, so we're only halfway through this first half here. The reset, of course, will mean that power-ups, of course, will completely reset, so it allows both teams maybe to just get a bit of focus. I mean, Rekt, I would say, slightly had the momentum, so maybe they'll be disappointed because of that stop, but we'll see. Maybe TagPro Rangers can talk about what went wrong a bit. Maybe it helps out TagPro Rangers a bit more than Rekt, Jukenited.
I think I have to say, I think it's probably a slight advantage to Rekt, because well, we're going to be seeing Rangers. They have 3 players without issues, but they're going to have Shara, who might like feel a little bit uncomfortable for like half a minute at least until he gets into it, since he was flagged out for like at least a minute in the last match and didn't really get to play all that much, even though they went on for 5 minutes. So the 7 other players might be a little bit warmer than Shara.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's definitely like all about sort of you get in the groove of playing TagPro, you know. At the start you can quite often not play great, but then you start to get into it and you realise... What am I saying? You start to get into it and you start playing better, of course.
Yeah.
Looks like we're talking about rules and stuff here. I don't know what the rules are. Don't know how long this will be. But I'm trying to look at who, if Shara goes out, who they have. Is JJ Poole here? Yeah, JJ Poole is here, and he played in the semi-finals. So maybe he could step up if Shara is not available.
Yeah, they have a lot of options at least, because TagPro Rangers is probably one of the most active teams in ELTP in terms of people just being on and available.
Yeah, certainly. I believe Deadman's now the captain. He'll be very happy to have such great depth in case something like this does happen. And then they can, you know, sub someone in that's not even that much worse. I'm going to ask the chat here. What do you think will happen in this second game? I mean, the first half so far, it's 1-0 Rekt. Do you think TagPro Rangers can come back now after this stop? Talk about what went wrong and see what happens? Or do you think Rekt will just push on now? They have that motivation boost, they're just going to go for it and take it to overtime. It's tough to call.
It looks like Shara's back and ready to go.
Yeah, Shara is back in the group. An interesting rule is you can only like use 1 stop per half. So if they wanted to, you know, they would have to use a rolling sub. Otherwise, Rekt could keep on playing if they wanted. I mean, it's not very fair play, but you know.
Well, I think they have to with the rules. I don't think you. Well, Rekt could potentially call a stop on their behalf, but that would be very unconventional.
That's true. It would be nice to see. Anyway, we should be heading back into the game now. TagPro Rangers versus Rekt Jukenited, the ELTP Season 3 final. Shara did come back in the end, so he will be playing.
Also, this rule with 1 stop was actually implemented after an infamous semi-final in Season 2, where we had Bolly Saint-Germain play against...
3, 2,
who was it?
1.
I don't know, but we had too many stops.
Yeah, there were a lot of stops. Oh, it was against Liverpool, wasn't it? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. Looks like Deadman's got a TagPro for O, that would be very useful. However, Test does have a Juju's for D, so might be able to, you know, yeah, just juke around Deadman, not get popped. Nub was blocking Whatball from getting there, which was nice. Deadman goes Flag Pro, so he can take out 1 while he dies. Wow, Whatball gets the button, but Deadman ends up dying, and Whatball couldn't get a grab off, so not the best use of that TagPro. Nub did a very interesting thing there, helped out the defense, and completely blocked out Whatball from getting there. Looks like Puddy's got away now, and well, he hasn't, because Whatball's returned him. Deadman's gone for a risky grab solo. Can he get away? Oh, yes, he can. It's not risky when it's Deadman. He's away here, however, he gets closed down. Whatball's going to grab. That is even riskier, but he gets returned because Fat runs into him. Nub trying to come in 1. They're getting the button. Fat's still ahead here. He's going to go for a grab. He's got so much to do. The return's there. Nub's going to cap. 2-0 to Rekt in the second half now. That is going to help them out even more here. TagPros all around. Rekt get all 3 TagPros, but Whatball has grabbed. He needs to try and hold here because those 3 TagPros could be absolutely deadly. Whatball trying to come in here. He sees the TagPros. He's still trying to go in. Nub ends up getting the return. And now with 2 TagPros, I mean, I don't see them returning Nub. Nub's a good flag carrier. Looks like Deadnan's just going to try and hold. The defender's just going to stay ahead from TagPro Rangers. 3 minutes 30 seconds left in this second half. Nub gets returned. Deadnan's trying to come in, but Hypernome was on regrab.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of unfortunate to get 3 tag pros when the flag is out of base, because that means you can't use them to full potential.
Deadnan's trying to boost in. Sheriff's trying to block out 2. It nearly happened, but Nub managed to get a grab off. He is returned, however. Now it's 2 versus 2 blocks. Hypernome's trying to come in and get ahead. The blocks on Impudi are there, but Hypernome manages to get back ahead. There's 3 ahead of Deadnan now, and he's just going to hold the flag for a while. Try to draw some of them out of base so he can come back in after juking them. Nub gets a tag pro mid. All tag pros again here. I want to know the odds of that. That must be very unlikely. Rems, hook us up. Puddy's grabbed. I think due to that tag pro, he's got away. Nicely done there. And Puddy jukes Shera nicely, just completely stops. And Puddy, though, goes into a spike. Test is the only one ahead. Test is best. He's going to grab. He's going to go straight for the kiss. And well done from Test there. Realizing he's a defender, he can't hold the flag. Whatball's actually ahead of 3 here, though. Hypernome's going to be blocked out. Surely Whatball can just walk in now. The blocks are there from Shera, but they're on the wrong side, and it allows the rest of Rekt to get back ahead. And Puddy grabs. Whatball, taking evasive action, runs away. There's 2 versus 2 blocks now. Another playing fullback. Test gets the return. Very nicely done from Test there. Good job to get back ahead and get that return. Very well done.
Yeah, I have to direct a small critique towards Nub, though, because the grab he made was not a good grab, and he got easily returned, and he put his teammates under a lot of pressure, which it went fine in the end, but still, that should have been a cap for Rangers, and it was a mistake by Nub.
That's true. Out of the power-ups so far, all of the power-ups that TagPro Rangers have been Tag Pros. They've got 4 power-ups, and every single power-up for them has been a Tag Pro. Very lucky. Looks like Deadnan's sitting on a power-up at the right again. Can't see what it is, but Hypernome's trying to contest him. Shera refreshing again. That's not good signs. Maybe his internet's having a bit of issues again. Hopefully not. Looks like Whatball has got to try and grab 1-on-1 versus Test while Hypernome and Deadnan sit on that power-up. Doesn't look like it's happening, though. Test is just bullying him away. We've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left of this first half. Rekt look like they might make the comeback here. However, Whatball it is a tag pro apparently. Was that 3 tag pros again? I'm not sure.
I think tag pro on the bottom right corner, so neither wants to give that one up.
Yeah, true. Looks like Hypernome's not going to. Hypernome's going to stay, and that's a good decision because Whatball ends up dying. Looks like Deadnan's going to just leave it finally. He's going for the free grab, but it's not so free because Hypernome gets back in the way. Not with a risky grab, he dies, but it's all good. Hypernome manages to get him. Oh wow, the tag pro's going to take out people here. Fat's trying to come in. He has the rolling bomb. He's got to try and grab and get away and just survive for as long as he can. The blocks are there on Sheriff from Nub. Oh, Fat manages to survive beautifully. He's out bottom. He's ahead of them all, and Puddy needs to stay alive now. It's a completely flipped situation. Nub manages to get back ahead. Fat's saving the cap again. Fat has saved so many caps so far. Sherry gets the return. I mean, Fat's saving them from going even further down. That's what, 2-0 still for Rekt. Looks like in the last 10 seconds, both sides just trying to get a final cap in, but I doubt it's going to happen. Too many people ahead for it to really happen. The return happens, but Whatball's free. Looks like that is the end of this first half of Game 2. Rekt are staging their comeback. I think that was that 2-0 overall in that first half?
I think it was 3-0.
2 or 3? No, 2-0.
Yeah, they were 1-0 up from the first part of the first half.
They added 1 already though, so they started at 1-0, so it's just 2-0.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, they already, okay.
What a save from Fat there.
That might be a game-winning save if Rangers manage to come back in the second half.
Fat saved tag for Rangers so many times. I think he got Defensive Player of the Season there in the awards earlier, I think. And it was clearly very well deserved. He saved his team just so many times. So Rekt managed to come out and take this this first half of the second game. And if it stays as it is and Rekt win the second game, we will be going to overtime. That would be amazing. I would be even more hyped. And I just hope it happens now. both of these teams are so solid. Rekt clearly talking things over, saying, guys, we can still win this. There's still a second game. Let's just focus on that. Forget about that first game. Play our game, because they definitely showed that they can compete in the second game.
Do you think they should take Scherer out though? I mean, he's been having lots of problems.
He's been playing pretty well though when he has been okay, and if they can sort out how to get a rolling sub going, then they should be okay.
I think they're gonna keep Scherer for now, and if something happens, they're gonna switch him out. But for now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep him in. Also, small correction: I said Liverpool played against Paris Saint-Germain in Season 2 in the semifinals, which was obviously wrong. It was actually Red Bull Salzburg in Season 2, only in Season 1 and Season 3.
Okay.
So Red Bull Salzburg against Paris Saint-Germain cost timeout rule to be the way it is now.
I wouldn't know about that because I've only been around the season, but yeah, apparently it is, according to these people. So for the second half, TagPro Rangers here, looking to see if they can come back and try and win the Season 3 ELTP finals. I mean, they can definitely do it. They should know that because they won the first game quite convincingly. And this second game, this second half, we'll see what happens. I mean, they only need, 2 caps, and then it's all over and TagPro Rangers will win. So, we'll see. Looks like I think we should be heading into the second half of Game 2 soon. 2-0 to Rekt, of course, so far. But TagPro Rangers did win that first game overall. I mean, anyone else got any points they want to bring up?
Only the fact that Hypnome and Test looked really solid in this first half of the second game. And if they carry it over, it's going to be tough for Rangers to get 2 caps. But then again, if anyone can do it, it's the Nanowatt Ball.
I saw a couple of people in the YouTube chat calling for Hypnome to be subbed out, but he definitely proved from that first game there.
Oh, Hypnome's too good to be subbed out, I think. He's definitely been playing well. I mean, they do have Heisenberg on the bench, who performed very well at minors, but I'm not sure he could step up to majors. I'm not sure how much he had been practicing with his team.
Are we talking about Rekto's bench?
Yeah, I mean,
with Heisenberg.
Yeah, Heisenberg.
Wouldn't the only ball be the natural choice?
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I didn't even see that. The only ball. I mean, he's definitely played majors, but no need for that now.
He was pretty much regular until Hypnome started in, I think it was the quarterfinal.
Yeah. Interestingly, both these teams have kind of had a late player like join their majors team with Scherer and Hypnome. Maybe like injecting a little bit of new life into the team. I mean, that can always help. Hypnome is clearly a quality player, good enough for any team probably.
Possibly a bit controversial as well, but...
Well, you know, he helps win games at the end of the day. Mike always thinking about the fair play. You already won that award, Mike. You don't need to do it anymore. Looks like we're heading into the second half of Game 2 here. TagPro Rangers will be looking to come back into it. We're going in now. Looks like we are heading into it now. There's a TagPro for... Who is that?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, never mind. Back to group's been called. Doesn't even matter. Paradox-wise, TagPro Rangers would have probably... Well, they would have at least got 1 TagPro. So it's a bit of a disappointment for them, probably. This time it's Rekt that have called the back to group, though. So Scherer looks like he'll be fine. Connection-wise. Not really sure what that back to group is for. Oh, we just want to play. So many just stops have been called. It is quite unfortunate. I mean, the first game was fine.
That was called right at the beginning, though, wasn't it? Before play started.
Yeah, it
we
wasn't
don't
an
really
actual stop,
we
it
don't
was
really
effective.
count those as stops.
That is true. An interesting thing that could happen, if TagPro Rangers need to sub someone in, and if they sub JJ in, then JJ Poole, then he would be playing in 2 finals on the same day. I'm pretty sure he's going to play in the MLTP final. So that would be very interesting if it were to happen. Looks like we're heading back into it now. Thank God. Want to finally see the TagPro action occurring. I think if this game is a draw, I'm pretty sure TagPro Rangers just win overall. Rems?
Yeah, if it's a draw, that means that Rangers win overall.
Correct.
So Rangers, Rangers need 2 caps, and that's enough for them, as long as they don't let anyone in.
3.
Yeah. Looks
2,
like we're heading into the second half of Game 2 here. TagPro for both teams this time, a bit more even in the power-up department. Test gets a rolling bomb. I guess he's going to go defend with it. No, he's actually going to go and attack, leaving in Puddy. No, he's not. And Puddy goes to attack now. And Puddy got the TagPro, so it makes more sense. But he's wasted a bit of it now in thinking he had to defend. Deadman going straight flag pro again. He's done that a few times. It's an interesting decision. I mean, he clearly thinks he can hold the flag and juke past people. He's clearly confident. And it works out this time. He manages to get up base nicely. Good supportive blocks from Watball. Deadman here trying to show that TagPro Rangers have definitely got the second half, but he dies. They'll be looking to try and like just throw a statement at Rekt sort of thing. They want to say, hey, we're still here. We can definitely do this. Watball trying to get around his defenders, the opponent's defenders. He can't. Looks like power-up should be quite soon. Deadman's past 1, trying to come in here, but Tess has got him cut off again with that boost. Uses up the boost, interestingly. Deadman's going to try and go back and get left power-up, I assume. And Puddy's actually been able to get a free grab because of Fat getting the power-up, but he gets a tag, bro. Deadman has a rolling bomb. Nub has to try and get out of base. Oh, Fat just got completely juked. Nub gets out of base. He's got to stay alive, though. That's still a rolling bomb for Deadman. He blasts Hypernome away. Nub stays alive. He's still stayed alive, and that has allowed Hypernome to get back ahead. Deadman not going to cap there. They had the TagPro. They had the rolling bomb flag carrier. It just couldn't pay off in the end. I mean, it was a great chance for TagPro Rangers to come back into it here. Nub now seeing what he can do. But Watball gets out of base with a nice juke past Hypernome.
Yeah, I think what you saw from Nub there was pretty great. Like, he had to grab, he didn't have a choice, and he managed to get out. Otherwise, it would have been a certain cap.
Nub, the captain, of course, maybe trying to say to his team, hey, look, guys, we still got this. We need to keep our games up to take this to overtime still. Looks like Deadman's ahead of a few here. Power-up should be coming up shortly. And Puddy's going for that right power-up. He gets a rolling bomb. Nub also gets a rolling bomb mid. All rolling bombs all around, and both flag carriers get a rolling bomb. And Puddy boosts into the spike, though. Big mistake, but it's not too bad because Nub was on re with a rolling bomb himself. Deadman's still got that rolling bomb, only Test ahead. And Nub, though, juking nicely, still hasn't even been diffused here. Finally, Sheratino diffuses it. Deadman also hasn't even been diffused yet. Nub with nice jukes again, and he stays alive while Deadman was on the flag square. Watball now carrying, and Nub still carrying. Watball with some nice jukes, but he dies. Nub still carrying. This has been a long hold, if I remember correctly. Deadman trying to do the Deadman boost up to 1 doesn't work. Nub gets returned, so Deadman's trying to get out of base now, and Puddy was on re though, and looks like they will go for power-ups now. The mid power-up should go TagPro Rangers' way as it stands, and no, Nub gets in there and gets it, nicely done. And Puddy gets a juke juice to help him carry, and Hypernome getting the rolling bomb from left, not that useful for him. A kiss at the end there, because Deadman saw that and Puddy had that juke juice. Nub's actually coming in here with the juke juice. He's ahead of 2. He's trying to come in now. He's going to come in through the gate. No, he's not. Shera had the button. There's 3 ahead now. Nub's got a lot to do. Nice boost from Fat coming in. Probably not planned, but a nice boost nonetheless. Great snipe from Fat across the map. Looks like Hypergnome's, the defender, actually has the flag for Rekt now. He's seeing what he can do with it. He's trying to come in here, but he gets returned. Nub has now grabbed. He's an actual attacker, so maybe he can do a bit better. Just staying alive for now, because Watble was grabbed at the other end. He has died. Looks like Nub's ahead of 2 here, and Puddy's trying to help out with some blocks. Fat's going to just try and get ahead, because Deadnan's the only one there. The blocks could be real here. Nice blocks from Test on Deadnan, but Nub doesn't want to risk coming in. He didn't see an opening, and Watble's just going to get the return. And Puddy's got a rolling bomb on that regrab, actually, which is going to be very useful. Wattle's grabbed though and got away, and Puddy had that rolling bomb. That was great work from Watble to realise the situation and just get out of base. They were kind of like stuck there with an Rekt having a regrab train going, and Wattle's kind of, you know, started to neutralise that and give TagPro Rangers a regrab train of their own. Nub's ahead of a few here, however, Fat is already on re, and Deadnan's not under too much pressure here because Test is on re, but Puddy isn't chasing. He's going to go and switch re. Oh, nice snipe from Hypergnome onto Deadnan there, but Watble was on regrab anyway, just going to get away nicely. Bit of a lull in the action here, both flag carriers just holding. It's been a good start for both teams, but neither has yet managed to cap in this second half. This leaves not TagPro Rangers, Rekt so far, winning on aggregate, and they would be taking it to overtime here as it currently stands. But TagPro Rangers don't want that, of course. Deadnan does get a TagPro. Let's see what he can do with it. He's not going to stay on re. He's going to try and lead Fat in, but Test has a TagPro on the offensive end, allows Nub to get away. Nicely done. Nub's going to also carry, and Deadnan doesn't want to risk it. He goes and gets re. Nub with nice jukes to stay alive here. So far, so good for Rekt.
Yeah, they're looking pretty much in control of it so far, and TagPro Rangers will really need to push if they want to get the 2 caps they really need to get anything out of this game.
Yeah, nice return from Shera there with that boost, boosting off the wall to rebound and get Nub. He's done a very good job there. Looks like Watble now just trying to go for it here. That's what TagPro Rangers need to do. Fat gets the button nicely, but there's so many ahead, it was almost impossible to cap in that situation. Looks like Deadnan probably going to do the Deadnan boost. Of course he does, up to 1. Going to come in through 2 here, but Test is ahead. Wattle's got a TagPro here. Deadnan just needs to wait for Watble to come in. Watble now with that TagPro trying to clean them out. Nub's gone for a risky grab because he knows that TagPro is there. He's trying to get out of base. Nice jukes. He's still alive, but Shera in the end manages to get the return. Watble now going to try and use that TagPro. Let's see what he can do with it. Test does so well to close it down and return Deadnan. The TagPro not coming to anything in the end.
I think TagPro Rangers will be disappointed with that one. They had the TagPro and they had the flag in a good position. They just couldn't quite coordinate and get the flag home.
Yeah, I think the main problem there was Watble didn't trust his defense enough, so he went in there and tried to help get the return, and in turn Deadnan was left alone against 2 defenders.
Yeah, you've got to have trust in them. They've made it to the final. They've clearly done a good job. Looks like power-ups are up soon, and Puddy's trying to get that right power-up. 3 minutes left for TagPro Rangers here. They could still win it, remember. But Rekt have been all over them here. Wattle's trying to get back ahead of him, Puddy, and Puddy's trying to come in. 3 ahead now. Watble slows Puddy down nicely, and Cherry gets the return. Puddy was trying to boost in there. Looks like Nub's going to have that juke juice. He's going to get a rolling bomb right at a nice power-up timing. Fat with a nice juke, but can't get past Hypergnome in the end. There's only 3 ahead now. Deadnan's going to grab. They need to try and get this return here. Test has the button. Nub's going to be on the flag square here. Deadnan staying alive well, gets a nice kiss. Very well done. Shera with a risky grab. He stays alive but dies. Now there's 3 on 2 blocks in the base. Rektam's trying to put the nail in the coffin right here. This would put them 3-0 up. Hypergnome is not in the base at the moment. Only Test is there trying to solo defend here. And Puddy's trying to juke, but he can't get out of that tight corner. Looks like Nub here holding now. Rekt just realised we're winning 2-0. We don't need to do anything fancy. We just need to keep holding, keep the flag. TagPro Rangers won't want to risk anything. Nub comes in 1. No one comes out towards him. He's coming in here now. There's 2 versus 2 blocks. But again, they don't materialise into anything. There's been quite a few situations where the attackers have come in and it's 2 versus 2 blocks for the defenders and they just can't manage it. Nice snipe from Fat there. And Puddy's got a TagPro, but he's going to have to go Flag Pro with it. Watble trying to get away. Nicely done from Deadnan to get him the button. Overall now with just 1 minute left, TagPro Rangers need to just try and force something here. But, I mean...
Yep, they have a flag in base, so they basically have to rely on Deadman to get out now. Because the TagPro from Empire just ran out and they have 1 minute left.
Deadman couldn't get out there, which leaves Whatball. Oh, he dies also. Not the best there. Looks like 1 minute left now, of course. As it stands, we're going to overtime. And we'll see what happens in overtime. I'm not too sure on the overtime rules, actually.
We'll go through them once this game's over.
Yeah, we'll go through them, yeah. And Puddy's coming in here, 2 versus 2 blocks again. He's ahead of a few. Deadman doing so well. The offensive defense has been great for both teams. I mean, there's not been that many caps here. Looks like there's a TagPro for TagPro Rangers. Fat's just going to make sure Whatball can get out of base. But with 30 seconds left, I can't see TagPro Rangers getting 2 caps in that time. Nub does die, and Puddy's on re here, but he doesn't grab. Whatball's going to have to try and come in. He has to go for it now. Deadman needs to get on re-grab now. It's not happening. Whatball dies.
Yeah, that's the game.
10 seconds left. That should be the game now. And looks like they're just going to go for silly grabs and things like that at the end of the game. And Puddy slows Deadman down. Deadman's not going to cap. We're going to overtime. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. So, let's...
So overtime rules, right. Carbon, can you get up random.org for me? And go on to the coin flipper. That's just for something in a second.
Hang on a minute.
Overtime...
I was going to say, I thought you were like deciding on the overtime rules by flipping a coin or something.
No. It's the overtime rules are we're going to play a 10-minute overtime, and if anyone wins that, they win. We then go to a second 10-minute if no one has one, and if someone still hasn't won after that, we go to sudden death.
So we just keep going. Okay.
We don't go. Yeah, we don't keep going.
Yeah. Well, it can't last
we
forever.
do 10 minutes and then 10 minutes and then we go to sudden death.
Okay. So it's not golden cap or anything. It is just a full 10-minute half.
It's a full 10-minute half, but I would like random.org up so someone can decide what colour they're going.
Well, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but it'll be nice. Okay.
Well, so it can make a difference. Isn't it like 51% red or something?
I'm not too sure. I'm not the stat guy. Mike C would be the stat guy you're looking for. He should know the stats, Mike.
Yes.
Alright, good job.
We're just getting random.org by the looks of it. So in that final game we saw 0-0. I think we've got random.org up now.
Yeah, but wait a second. You can go back to changing stuff. Or if you can just go back onto it and flip it.
Okay.
And you have to tell me if it says it does, because I won't know.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So in the group chat we had Rems asked Deadnan for heads and tails. Deadnan said heads, and the coin flip was tails.
So that means Rekt get to decide, I suppose.
I think they get to decide team colour. So Rekt get to pick the colour for start. Not a huge difference, but
hey, it might affect the game somehow.
We saw that last game was 0-0, and I think after the slow start from Rekt, they definitely kind of warmed up in the second game. In the first game we saw TagPro Rangers with a huge regab train, but Rekt have done really well to cut that out and get their own attack firing.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Nub has picked red for Rekt here. Interesting decision. What do you think about this, anyone? It's not really an interesting decision.
It doesn't make a huge difference now. We are doing a 10-minute overtime.
I don't think it matters all that much.
Well,
Like, Boombox is one of those maps where, you know, you're comfortable playing it almost no matter where.
yeah, it's symmetrical, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, but like, some maps are like, yeah, you can feel uncomfortable and disoriented if you play on a different side than the other side. But I think Boombox, it's a reasonably simple map, and it's a map that's been played so much that I really don't think it makes a difference at this point.
Yeah, very true. I guess it just, if Nub sees that TagPro Rangers get a TagPro, he might be a bit disappointed with his choice, but there's no way he could have known. Looks like both teams are ready here. We should be heading into the overtime here of the ELTP final. TagPro Rangers versus Rekt Jukenited. They'll both be looking to win it.
And we're back.
We are back. Power-ups wise, Juice for both teams' bases and a TagPro at the middle, so both teams need to try and get that mid power-up. Wobble's going to get it easily boosting for mid, so I mean that's going to be very useful to try and get out on offense, as well as Deadman with a Juice. Let's see what they can do here. Looks like Deadman's going to grab, try and get away. Wobble's going to lead him with the TagPro. Hypergnome's going to try and snipe, but he cannot manage it because Wobble's there with the TagPro. Deadman just runs into Hypergnome. Interesting strategy. I haven't seen that one pay off before. Looks like Wotball now trying to get away, see what he can do. Trying to get past Test, but the defenders have been so good at containing it at certain points. Good job from Test there. And now they might be able to shut down this regrab train. Hypernome going in, trying to get the return on Deadman. Just about misses it. Unlucky there. Looks like, look at this right now. Nubbin and Putty, this has been quite a lot of the game for them. Just sitting there, just waiting to try and be able to grab. And then eventually leaving for power-ups, which I assume will happen soon. Test and Hypernome doing a good job finally shutting down that regrab train. It didn't last for too long. That's exactly what they needed to do. Rekt haven't actually made a grab yet, and it's been, what, a minute? Power-ups wise. Well, Nub's got a grab off. Let's see what you can do with it. Not much. Juices. 2 Juices for Rekt actually. Putty trying to get away with that Juice, seeing what he can do. Overcommits not really occurring. Good defending. However, they don't get the button in time, and Putty's away at the bottom here. Fat boosts ahead nicely, and Putty's going to try and come in somewhere, but Fat's in the way. Good positioning to stop and Putty. And now Nub's seeing what he can do. They're trying to keep the regrab train alive now. Nub, and Putty accidentally forces him to the corner. Shera's going to block him, Putty out, so Fat can get back, and that should stop the regrab train. So it's been a pretty even game so far. Deadman's, however, has managed to get away. Nicely done. 2 versus 2 blocks in base. He's ahead of the 2 defenders. Let's see if it can happen. Deadman trying to come in. Nub can't get the return. He bounces off that back wall, but gets returned in the end. Good job there. And the power-up should be up soon. Wotball's got a rolling bomb. Fat's got a TagPro. This could be huge. Fat's going to try and lead him in with the TagPro. There's got to be a risky grab here. There it is. Nub trying to get away. Shera gets the return. Fat's still trying to kill people. Wotball jukes past. The blocks are there. Wotball caps. 1-0 TagPro Rangers in the overtime. Wow. The power-up control there. That's what gave them that cap.
Yeah,
beautifully
great
done.
power-up control, and the usage of power-ups were pretty much impeccable as well. You can see Fat just doing exactly what he needed to with the TagPro. Football picking up a rolling bomb, juking past the player, keeping it intact, allowing him to use it later when he actually needed to use it, and ensuring that he got a cap. Just really well played overall by
very
Rangers
nicely
there.
done. Remember, this is overtime, so as it stands, TagPro Rangers are, in pole position to win the ELTP Season 3 playoff final. Looks like fighting for power-ups now, both teams. Wotball's sitting on the power-up at left. There's a big fight for middle. 3 players there now for Rekt, and they end up getting it. A Juice. Now they're going for that left power-up. Shera going to get a rolling bomb. Not that useful for defense. And Putty can't get away with that Juice. Nub's now grabbed. He should be contained here by the 2 defenders, unless he can pull off something magical. And he can't this time. Deadman, though, has a Juice. That's very dangerous. He gets away. He's ahead of 3. And Putty's completely blocked by Shera. He's going to come in 1. It's a second cap. They are showing their quality here. Great blocks. And Deadman just walks top and says, thank you for the cap. That is very well done. Wobble's coming in one here. They don't see him. Wobble's trying to come in. The blocks are there. Wobble's going to come in. He gets it. The regrab train just keeps on giving for TagPro Rangers. They're 3-0 up. It's going to be so hard for Rekt to come back now. Looks like Deadnan's trying to come in. Great snipe from Hypernome. And they're going to try and reset here. Rekt just fell apart for a minute or so. And it has cost them massively, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think what we saw in the beginning before the running cast was that the teams were playing fairly evenly. But that Rangers always had like the initiative in the game, keeping the regrab for the most part, and eventually that just seemed to tire down Rekt quite a bit, and we're seeing that the consequence with that with 3 caps.
This could actually be risky here though. Nub has a TagPro at home because he grabbed with it and suicided, but Wobble has that rolling bomb, and Sheriff should get the return here with the juke juice. No, just making sure he stays ahead. That smart play. He gets juked though, but Puddy's not going to be able to cap. Wobble's away instead. Nub maybe needs to go for the kiss here, but he is fine. His own players get back ahead. So far, TagPro Rangers just have been, you know, slightly better at power control, slightly better in the moments that they need, stepping up nicely, and that could lead them to be the Season 3 ELTP Champions. Nub's trying to come in now. Wobble's going to get returned, surely. No, and Puddy misses it. Wobble with nice jukes. Wobble's still trying to get out of here. Oh my god, he does. That's amazing from Wobble. He's stepped up hugely in this game. He just gets out so well there to ensure that there's no chance of Rekt capping. Looks like power up should be soon. And Puddy's already got a juke juice. Wobble holding nicely.
Yeah, that gets a lot of like the attention in Rangers, but Wobble has been pretty much impeccable for them this season.
Yeah, I'd say so far in this final, I'd say Wobble's played better than Deadnan. I'm not sure Deadnan has even capped yet, has he? I'm not too sure. Nub's going to die there. And Puddy has a rolling bomb. Could try and use it. Looks like Deadnan, though, still just holding, so there's no chance of him really capping. He just runs into Shera in the end. Nub getting to regrab just in time. Deadnan's going to kill Hypernome because he went top and followed him. Test just needs to make sure he stays ahead here, or Nub needs to make sure he can hold on to the flag. Shera gets him. Test is still there ahead, and Puddy's ahead, but it's 2 versus 2 blocks. But again, Hypernome manages to get back ahead. He's going to go snipe, misses the boost, but Deadnan just wants to hold. He knows they're 3-0 up. He doesn't need to go for an extra cap here. And now Rekt have got to start thinking about interesting strats. Deadnan's trying to come in one. He's going to be able to. And Puddy grabs. That's what they needed to do. They need to cap. A good kiss there from both flag carriers. And that allows Wobble to get on re. Nub has a TagPro. That's going to be huge. Test with a risky grab. It doesn't pay off. Nub needs to lead him well here. Nub gets the return. They're going to go for it here. There's 2 ahead of Hypernome here. He's coming in. Nub trying to lead him. Deadnan gets away. Can Deadnan do it? Hypernome's going to cap if he dies. Deadnan going for the kiss. They get ahead. Deadnan doing so well to save the cap there. He's stepped up. However, now it's still 2 versus 2 blocks. Hypernome going to go get that rolling bomb. He's going to see what he can do with it. He's dealt past Shera. There's only 2 ahead of him now. He's still not used to rolling bomb. He blasts him away. He caps. Hypernome is trying to lead Rekt back into this one. They still need 2 more caps though. Shera's got away. No, he hasn't into the gate. Oh, excitement here. And Puddy's trying to come in now.
That was 3 an amazing cap on Hypernome.
It was very well played. He managed to juke past him so well. Pixel perfect. And Puddy boosts in. He misses the flag spot. That was the moment. Test still trying to block. They get a second cap. Are you kidding me? Rekt are going to do it. They're going for it. They are absolutely going for it. Nub's coming in. 1 versus 1 blocks on Shera versus Test. Nub's coming in. They get the return. Shera comes up big. Oh my god. Oh, my voice. Jesus Christ. I'm so... Oh.
Shera did amazingly well to get past the blocks there. He should have been blocked out, but he just wasn't.
Great play from Rekt, getting back into this one. They're keeping the regrab train going now. 2 minutes left. Can they manage to do it? Nub's boosting out here. He is ahead of 2. Looks like he's going to try and come in now. Test is the only one they're blocking. Hypernome needs to get back ahead. Nub says, I'm not feeling this. Just going to turn around and hold for a bit. But now Rekt need to realise they have time. 2 minutes or 1 cap. It's definitely doable, but Deadnan has a TagPro. He's going to leave Wobble out of base there. TagPro Rangers just need to try and reclose. Nub goes for the kiss and gets it.
Rekt have got all the momentum now as well. There's 2 minutes left. They've got the momentum. They know they can get the caps. It's going to be an exciting finish.
And Puddy boosts top to make sure he can kiss against Deadnan. Nicely done. Deadnan was ahead of everyone there, but it was a good kiss. Fat's actually trying to come in now. Let's see what he can do. He's ahead of 2 here. He's trying to come in through the gate. Great boost. Oh. Nub gets the button just in time. That could have been a cap if he didn't get that gate. Nub's got away here, as has Wobble. Deadnan has managed to get to regrab in time. Oh, Fat blocks Wobble there. That ends up killing him. Deadnan just going to hold again, boosting bottom. So Rektam have 1 minute left here. Nub it dies, and Puddy gets a tag pro, but he's gonna have to go flag pro. Deadman's coming in, and Puddy is there to get the grab off. No, he does grab with the tag pro. Tess could have grabbed there, and Puddy could have led him with the tag pro. Interesting decision. Looks like Deadnan though. They need to get Deadnan. There's still a minute left here. Rektam still can do it. Looks like Nub's on regrab. He's going to go ahead and try and get the cap here. Deadman holding so well, but Hypernome gets him now. Shero was on regrab. Interesting decision. Let's see what he can do. He can just split the two defenders and get out there. Nicely done by the defender. He has played attack before. I'm pretty sure he can play both positions. Hypernome gets the tag, bro. This is a great chance here. He kills Wattball. Nub's looking to see what he can do now. Shera staying alive beautifully. Shera is just doing so well here. Looks like
we can see Puddy is going away from regrab. They're going all out now.
Yeah, they need to go for it. That's a good decision. 30 seconds left. It looks like Nub's going to try and come in one. Shera's still ahead. He goes into the spike, but Deadman's on re already. Nub probably should call out that he's going to die here. Although he doesn't, he stays alive beautifully. And now he dies, but there's no regrab with 15 seconds left. Deadman's ahead of them all. No, he's not, and Puddy's ahead still, but with 10 seconds left, that's going to be the game. TagPro Rangers have surely won the ELTP playoff final here, and Puddy's just got to run for it. He can't manage it. They get the return. Congratulations to TagPro Rangers, beating out Rektam in overtime. Such a close game, such a good game. So close. I'm so glad it lived up to all the hype, because going to overtime was amazing. Commiserations to Rektam. They played so well. That game was so tight. Either team could have won it. I mean, both teams had like 5 minutes of hold, equal about on the prevent, just equal stats all around. Oh,
yeah, it was a great way to end the season 3 of ELTP.
That was just absolutely amazing. I mean, I haven't seen any of the other finals really, but that has to be up there as one of the best, right? Have any of the others gone to overtime?
Yeah, the first one went to overtime. When Bowler Munich played against Bolly Saint-Germain.
I think we might be getting... We need to probably go and try and get some interviews here.
Yeah, they're just going to say congratulations to each other first. They've just all gone into the Rektam Jukenited channel. So I'm hoping to grab Deadnan in a second.
Yeah, you go try and do that, Rems. I mean, Deadnan has, I'm pretty sure, stepped up as the captain of TagPro Rangers, and he will be delighted to win the ELTP Season 3 playoffs with TagPro Rangers. Great victory for them. I mean, they were probably favourites heading into it, slight favourites, and they did very well to win it in the end. Let's not take anything away from Rektam, though. I mean, they also did very well. Rektam, I mean, they were so close to coming back there. There was a moment where Shera got a return when the regrab train was going on Nub, and that could have saved the game for them. So many close situations. We need to unsuppress Deadnan here. He is here now. If Mike, you could do that. Yeah, it looks like we should be having an interview with Deadnan here. Deadnan, are you the captain, by the way?
Yes.
First question.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so how does it feel? Just how does it feel winning the LTP final in overtime? It must have been so tense at the end there, surely.
It was. With like one point where he came in through the gate and none of us even knew. It was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, of course. And Shero got a really clutch return towards the end, actually. Like, Nub was coming in, Shero was the only one ahead, he got the return. I mean, how are you happy with how Shero stepped up to playing majors? He was a minors player at the start of the season.
Definitely. Well, the full reason I got him to sign him as a free agent because I knew Fat was going to be away, like at the start. So I was wanting Fat Shero to come and step in for majors because like I knew him from Pro Bowlers and that. But Fat and Shero had some unreal clutch saves when they were the last ones in base.
Fat was definitely insane. There was some moments where he managed to get away with a flag and just save many caps. It was just a great game all around. Anyone else got questions for Deadnan?
How do you feel about Wattball's performance in those games?
I think Wattball played pretty good. He was carrying us at the start. I couldn't even cap.
Did you even cap throughout the whole thing, Deadnan?
Yeah, he capped in the last overtime.
The overtime.
Okay, he did cap once at least.
Just
so that's one cap per 50 minutes.
Yeah, you can play Supporto as well. You can just play both so well. How did it feel after that first game? You managed to win it, but then you must have been a bit, deflated when Rektam managed to take it to overtime. How did you feel then?
I went in confident, then like second game we were getting ruined in power-ups. Like they were just dropping off, and we weren't really calling them. And then it went to overtime, and we're like, right, we need to start calling them. And I think in the overtime we start getting Poros better.
So, do you think that time where you managed to, between the second game and overtime, did you just talk about, you need to get back on top of power-ups? You managed to just reset. Do you think that really helped you?
Yeah, we had one miners telling me what we needed to do and all that. I think it just got better. Like, it made us play better in overtime with the call-outs.
Anyone else got any questions? My voice is kind of dead.
Mike, so you got anything you want to ask?
Well played, Deadman. Was there a defining moment for you? Because you actually started off really well, and Rekt came back into it in the second game. Was it like a big team talk after the second game?
Yeah, it was just, we've got to win this. That was all, really.
That's how you play TagPro. Yeah, you got to win. Can we get anyone else in here?
Being up against the defense of Rekt?
I think in the first game, like, me and Watwell had really nice re-grab train going, but I think in the second game it was a lot more balanced. Our flag was out a lot more. Their defense was keeping us from getting a re-grab a lot more as well.
We should probably ask Nub some questions, considering he's here.
Yeah, commiserations, Nub. It was that last overtime thing was intense. I mean, you should have heard. Is it Hawker who was screaming and losing his voice? That was Dr. McDonald worthy at the end there. How do you think it went? Well, what are your feedback from the match, or is he not here?
I mean, Nub has typed. If he talks, he genuinely thinks he will cry. That's how much it means to these players.
Nub says he thinks it was okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
your guys played really well. I mean, that was such a low-scoring game as well. I mean, to come back in the second game.
Yeah, Nub said it should have been Seal. Rekt had a great chance. Should have been Seal. Shera just escaped the blocks and got the return. I think Rekt really had the momentum at that point, and if they just could have snuck down Shera, that could have been Seal, and could have been 4-3 or 5-3 after that.
Of course we can get Shera in.
Yeah. So looking back at the season, Nub, how do you feel about the season as a whole now that it's over?
Someone needs to move Shera in.
1 second.
Well, Nub said he's honestly gutted. He didn't think it would be this bad, and it should have been better. Well, you can't take anything away from yourself, Nub. I mean, it was so close in the final. Either team could have won it. So many tight moments. It was just amazing.
Alright, alright, so
Nub's saying he thinks they underperformed everywhere. That's a bit harsh, Nub. I think, your team played really well.
Like, on another day, like, you could have definitely won that. It was kind of like a flip of a coin. It was both so close. You managed to win the second game and come back well. It was very close in that overtime. Shera, when you got that return on Nub, do you remember that?
Is that the TagPro one?
The TagPro. The one at the end, when Nub was about to cap to tie it up.
The big return, yeah.
Were you just screaming?
A little bit. Just a little bit. The game's ridiculously close, so I just want to say GG to the guys who played against us.
How did it feel with all the connection problems as well as the texture pack problems?
The texture pack thing happened, and I refreshed, and I was like, they're gonna get a grab and they get away, and then my whole screen froze, and I was like, this is it. We're doomed. Kind of sort out the end. A little bit, maybe a little bit.
A little bit or a lot?
And then I started getting connection issues. I was getting 150 ping spikes. I was like, what's going on?
Already excuses even though you won? Come on. Come on. Is that why we had the break, actually? Because you needed to clean up that poo?
Maybe. Reset the computer, clean the poo. That's what we do.
So, Dadnan, now that the season is over, and especially considering all the stuff that happened with your team throughout the season, how do you feel looking back at it?
It's all in the past. I think the team's done well for me. I couldn't have been in a better team. I think I'll never be in a better team as good as TPR. Just that everyone over here is all friendly with each other. Nearly everyone who is in one minors came from pro bowlers who had never played competitive, and they've managed to get second in the league, and we're playing the minors final tomorrow as well.
You think you'll win that? You've got tough opposition.
Please.
Some scrubs, I think.
Some scrubs, excuse me. I want to get Watball in here just for his voice. Can we get Watball voice?
If you want.
I just want.
I'll drag him in. He's deafened, but Let's see.
Let's drag Fat in and get him to say a sentence.
Yeah.
Fat.
Fat didn't say anything, sadly.
He's got to say something, come on.
Maybe later.
Is Watball here?
No,
I'm not
he's
sure.
muted and deafened.
I'm guessing not. Well,
he's probably listening to the
with some
broadcast, so he'll
Maybe
catch
not.
up in a few seconds.
just
hopefully.
imagine Watball's sexy voice. Insert Watball's voice here.
Can we get Fat to say a word?
Oh, what ball's unmuted?
Could ask
Hello,
him to
Paul.
GG.
What's up?
So, how does it feel after that performance in the final of ELTP?
Feels good to have won, finally. I think I could have done a lot better, but I did good enough.
You had an
Carried
amazing
Dead
watch.
Man, come on. Come on.
I'm pretty sure you scored like almost all the caps except one or two.
Well, yeah, but I made some like basic mistakes as well that I just like feel bad about. But I played well overall, and I think I did well, and I think the entire team did very well actually. Like Chevron and Fat just keeping flag and base for the most part, and yeah, I'm just pretty happy with our performance actually.
And also congratulations on the Sexiest Voice Award.
Thank you. It was very unexpected.
Was it really?
Yeah, was it? Didn't you win it last year?
I'm pretty surprised I didn't get it, like.
I think it's the third season in a row he's won that award.
Oh, really?
What would you just want to
contenders
say a
sample.
few more words, just for the audience at home? Just keep speaking.
I think the real question is, Rems, when do I get my flare?
As soon as I make it, as soon as I make it, I'll try and make it in the morning because it's getting late. But I'll make them. I have an idea for them and I've forgotten it, so I'll have to remember what the idea is. Make them in the morning and I'll set them all.
That's all fine.
Send me a list of all the players who played in the finals and we'll get all.
Oh,
that
can I
sorted.
make a statement by the way?
And you get
Yes.
to choose 2 players.
You can make a statement.
Requiring people to say break instead of stop is completely fucking retarded.
I
Thank
agree.
you.
It's
That's
there
all.
for a reason because people see stop and they get confused, and especially when people repeat stop, that doesn't help. It was in the rules since the end of last season. It's in there, so it's just to avoid people thinking they suddenly have to stop.
Just like it's. Okay, no, just okay.
But we're at the end of season 3 now, and we're not starting season 4 until January. But we've got something in the middle which you can all sign up for now, and I'd recommend doing it. Even if you're from the US, you know they're not going to be long games and things like that, so it's a good opportunity to get involved, have some fun. Please be a captain.
Fat for captain, 3.5.
Well, do we want to do anything else, or should we end stream here? Anything else? Anyone? Going once? Going twice?
Pribble's hype. Let's finish.
Fuck around the pussy.
Okay.
Wow.
I think we're pretty much done. Maybe if Rams has any other announcements.
I want to thank Coral for stepping in because obviously I quit. I'm back today and I'm going to help with season 3.5. I don't know what's happening after that, but Coral's done so much, made so many decisions over the last few weeks. I know he was very frustrated with teams agreeing what time the game was played tonight, so really thanks to him. There's loads of other people who have helped out. I think one person won the award, but Nigvin's done great jobs on the subreddit. Loads of people have chipped in this season and it's been absolutely great. Sorry for all the drama that kind of put a dampener on things, but we're going to move forward and have a really good season 3.5 and then a great season 4 as well.
Okay, thank you for watching, and that will be it.